got Gilbert Burns, always top 5, about to get that championship. Thank you for your time. I know you're busy.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. We're supposed to get that done last week. It could have done, but yeah, we're finally here. Thank you guys for making that happen. My pleasure to be here.
So before we jump to everything with you, what do you think about the UFC with the drug testing? They're not going to renew that in a year. How do you feel about that?
I just get to know that yesterday. The guys were talking about that at the gym, and I say, "Oh, for real?" And then I got home, and then I saw the news everywhere. I mean, this whole week was crazy, right?
Yeah.
First with Costa, then with Camaro.
And now this.
Islam Makachev out of nowhere with Volkanovski and these. I was just like, man, why? Like, what's going on?
All at once. Pull that up, Rob.
Yep.
So now if they don't renew that, then what? They're not going to test?
I don't know. Then it's going to be dangerous. See, we saw that. Like, that's when I saw first two. I saw from Ariel Hawani.
Mm-hmm.
That the contract is going to be done end of December, and they not
going to renew it.
So I don't know. There's an exclamation point right there. So what now? So
is that a free for all?
Freak juicy now?
Yeah, I mean everybody's going to be jacked, and Connor's going to be happy, and a bunch of other things.
And I'm just like, you kind of go both ways because I was injured, and then I was kind of traveling a little bit, getting the recovery going, and I started bicycling a lot, and I got on a group of those guys bicycling, Deerfield, Boca, so we bicycling at A1A in the morning, 6 a.m., so, and one of those days, that was the day that I was getting tested, that we were going to pass Lake Worth, going, coming back in a good pace, and I was ready there in the morning, everything good, we got a good warm-up, whenever start going, my wife called me and said, "Oh, your side is here for you," and that was about maybe 6:45 in the morning.
Wow, it's like a federal raid.
And
they're coming first thing in the morning to kick the door down.
And then I had to stop my whole training and the thing, and then USADA came and said, "Oh, I'm not going home right now, bro. You gotta come here." So he came all the way to A1A in Palmetto. And it made me stop, and I got that and everything. Then I got a pace, and I mean, it's part of the game, so it's all good. Those parts are annoying, but you should be for a good case. So I know the guy that I'm fighting is going to be clean. So I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. But now these, it kind of make all that like, now like, man, just they did all that for now they done. So I don't know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're really going to come back to that. I don't know. I'm like you guys. Like, what are they going to do now?
Maybe they're getting a feel to see how people react and then make a decision from there. I don't know.
I just think as a business,
more money
for the UFC, you kind of stop a lot of money making. You know, like John's coming back, and then the Conor coming back, and then I think Chandler when he came to the UFC. And all those trading, maybe getting a guy from the ONE FC or maybe a guy from Bellator, and then they got to start in the pool. I think that just stops with the show. You know, we're making money. We're like, oh, can you make that pay-per-view now? I don't know. I think that I have on my mind, like, oh, let's do Conor McGregor against Chandler, MSG November, then we do it, and then, oh, no, we cannot do it because you're sad. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I mean, think about the amount of money they're losing, not having Conor fight right now, Jim with the issues. So those two just alone, think what they're losing.
And now the merge with the TKO, they WWE and that crossover. That's what's going on my mind right now. I'm not sure. We're just kind of like trying to figure that out, but that's what I think, like.
Brock Lesnar is going to come out of retirement.
Yeah.
But think about it. If Brock Lesnar wants to come back, let's just suppose.
Right.
And then we got another big star from WWE and Conor McGregor. And man, we know if we put all those three guys together,
it's over.
Right.
Right? Oh.
By the country.
But guess what? We cannot do it because USADA.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's be done with USADA. Take whatever you want. So I don't know if that's the case. It kind of looks like it, but
Yeah, we want that 50 billion liquid back in the market, right? And the merge. I was going to ask you if you were going to start wrestling, if you would ever go, because you know that obviously. I mean, they merged with what is it?
WWE.
WWE. A lot of moves going on in your world, brother.
Why not? You know,
right?
We here, like especially me, like getting those crazy fights, short notice sometimes, and why not? Get the extra cheesy over there.
But how much more dangerous do you think? Because you guys are dangerous as it is.
It's gonna be dangerous.
So now you throw that on top of it. Now
dangerous.
now you're hitting Superman.
I'm super against that. You know, I think we're doing a good thing with USADA for sure. Financially, sometimes I guess for the promotion we're kind of losing a couple of deals. But we saw what happened and I was part of Vitor Belfort camp. When no one there, he was the TIT Vitor. I was one of his jiu-jitsu coaches. But on the other hand, I saw what happened with Michael Bisping when he got the head kick and then he got blind for the one eye. I just think those guys, we are freaky already, you know. The guys, sometimes it goes to my head like, I was just talking football. Two of my kids, they playing football. One is doing flag, the other one is doing tackle. And then we talk with the parents. And one of the parents, I don't want my son to do tackle. And then I say, what I'm going to say?
What are you going to say? You're going in a cage with another guy, trying to beat each other's brains out.
Trying to beat each other up. So
and somebody's talking about tackle. That's when you maybe walk a little bit.
Or just loud. She said, I'm not going to let my kid tackle. And then I say, I guess I can't say much, you know? So, but now, with these, it's kind of like it gets harder. It gets to a different level because you will get those. If you go to let's just imagine a heavyweight fight of a freaking
testosterone to the
Derrick Lewis.
Yeah, good night.
Free of testosterone. I don't want to fight these guys.
No, that's dangerous.
Like Francis Ngannou, like I don't know. Pick a guy like Cyril Gain on testosterone. He's gonna be like
gigantic.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
And if they open it up, it's not going to just be testosterone. It's going to be everything under the moon. So when that leg kick comes, because like
oh my God.
when we first started having in like Sean O'Malley and Colby, I would always say to everyone, "How in the world like can you say a sentence?" But they would say, we kind of train on how to take the punch, so it looks a little bit worse than what it is. But you throw juice on there,
wow.
With the legs, the leg kicks are what get named. Then it becomes, I think, heavily dangerous, but more than it already is.
And in the whole process, kind of like, I get, okay, they're going to take your side out of the way, okay. But then it's a lot of issues that we got to see, the payment issue. I don't want to... For the money that I'm making, those guys dressed up, you gotta triple that, gotta double that. And the judge is still making those mistakes, the commission. So there's a lot of things that to the sport of MMA get better. I think there's a lot of routes that we gotta correct. Then USADA. For sure, USADA might be one. You wanna make a freak show, let's do it. But okay, now we gotta be compensated for that. And we got bigger issues. That Valentina fight and a couple other fights that were just, it goes crazy,
The judges, do they have to go through any type of course, like other than a peanut head class? I mean, do they really? What qualifies a judge? Because some of those fights, you go.
Sometimes you're like,
I guess.
Boxing you already know, but sometimes with these fights, you go, come on. I mean, are we watching the same fight, or
like the
are we
referees in the NFL? Sometimes, you're like, what the hell? Like, what was that call?
I guess I don't know. I do think they get a problem going on with the judge. I saw a couple fighters now trying to become a judge. They'll be good, but it's going to be a very slow process, So I don't know exactly the answer to that, but yeah, we need to get better on that,
Yeah. So what's funny when I was reading about you, this all started when your father traded a job to take you and your brother into MMA.
Yeah.
So what were you and your brother doing that he wanted you kids to get it to get straight?
So I was a kid. Though I got two brothers. We were happy. Like I said, it was a very hard growing up, but we didn't know. We know we're stuff. We know we're rough. No money. No couple things not there. But we were happy. We had no idea. We were just playing and full of energy. And one of those clients, they had a gi inside of the car. He wasn't MMA yet, but he was a jiu-jitsu professor, and that's how we started training jiu-jitsu. Yeah, we never stopped. That was a crazy story, right? So, but my first time with martial arts was karate. We had a karate coach that my dad too. He kind of ran a little bit of the space that we had in the backyard. And the guy started teaching in there. We did that for 3-4 years. Then after that, my dad was working at home on that same backyard. And he has a mechanic, but that was just fixing the inside of the cars. Not the engineer, but the inside, changing the seats and everything.
Oh, interior. Yeah.
All the interior. And inside of the car was a gi. And then that's when we got the gi, the vest for the coach, so the coach with the whole kimono with the gi and the belt, and then we start playing with that, and then I think that's when my dad had a vision, and then
he saw it.
He saw that, and then he asked that coach to trade the service for us to start training. And I remember back then it was only for 3 months, so we couldn't do much. And then even that first day back, my dad even saw like, you guys like it? And they said, yeah, we like it a lot, but you guys like for real? I said, yes, we like it. Try to be the best you guys can be, because you guys know I'm broke. After 3 months, I'm not going to be able to pay. So if you guys really like it, make sure those 3 months you guys be the best you can be. Like, set an example, get early, do everything you guys can, because after 3 months, we done. If you guys are good, I'm going to ask if you guys keep doing for free, because I got no money. So
you got to fight your way to stay in it, right?
Yeah, and that was a good incentive, because we love. And we start training very hard, and then we like it, and then we compete after 1 month. Every month they had a competition. So then we started competing. I wasn't doing good in the beginning. My brothers were. I lost the first one, lost the second one, eventually started winning. But then just because the effort that we were putting, the guy let us keep training for free, and that was the beginning. Then we never stopped. After like 3-4 years, then I was taking super serious. I was training twice a day. I was kind of getting better in the whole state, and he started going to different states competing. And that's how me and my brother started with the jiu-jitsu.
And you had pulmonary disease. You were diagnosed with that at what, 6?
No, early.
Earlier?
Early.
Or you were in and out of the hospital, and that's breathing times. And everything. Let's face it. After a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. I have to make a choice. Either a great night or a great next day. That is until I found ZBiotics. We all have busy lives these days and can't afford to waste a day stuck on the couch because of a few drinks the night before. ZBiotics is the answer we've all been looking for. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most. Just remember to drink ZBiotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's of sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Order ZBiotics now for your summertime barbecue, weddings, vacations, you name it. Go to zbiotics.com/MSCS Media or scan the QR code on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order when you use MSCS Media checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code, so you can stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. ZBiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're ever unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, head to zbiotics.com/MSCS Media. Use the code MSCS Media at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this episode. This episode is brought to you by Let's Get Checked. Are you the man your father was? Recent studies have shown that men's testosterone levels have dropped substantially since the 1980s at about an average of 1% per year. Think about how old your father was when he was born. For example, if he was 30, your testosterone levels could be 30% lower than his. Low testosterone levels can have all type of health effects on men. It can affect your mood, sex drive, memory, muscle mass loss, you name it. And yes, low testosterone is more common the older you get, but it can affect men at any age. So let's talk about today's sponsor, Let's Get Checked. You can order a testing kit that will be delivered to you in a discreet packaging with next-day delivery. Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days. So, if you want to test your hormone levels without having to leave your home, visit trylgc.com/MSCS Media and get 25% off your test using the code MSCS Media. The link is in the description at the top.
Bronchitis, bronchitis and asthma, but bad.
Yeah, and here you are, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, crazy, right? And Brazil was Rio, where I grew up. It reminds me a lot of South Florida because it's super humid, extremely hot. But the only difference, sometimes gets cold. It doesn't get it doesn't snow. It doesn't get that cold. It's kind of like Florida. Florida doesn't get cold anymore, but used to a little bit, right?
In the morning, yeah.
We used to have those seasons.
Yeah.
Right.
So in Brazil too, but every time that they changed the weather, that was super hot and that was getting cold. That was
it would spark everything up.
Yeah, so and then I was born in and out of the hospital, and then I need to get adrenaline in my vein to get me back up.
Wow, they actually had to shoot. It was that bad, shooting you with adrenaline.
Many times.
And was it swimming that broke that or helped with that?
A little bit of swimming that the doctor he gotta get the lungs open up. But was like I said, we were broke. It was very hard to keep those payments with the swimming, and then the jiu-jitsu kind of took over. But I was in and out since I remember 2 years old until 12, 15, in and out of the hospital whenever the weather changed. But whenever I started doing jiu-jitsu, was just slowing down. And just maybe 15 years ago, I was gone. I don't have it anymore.
That's awesome.
Exercise. All the doctors we have in, and we have big doctors in, the real doctors, they always say, get rid of all the pills you're taking and exercise.
Exercise.
Yeah.
That's what will do it. Get off your ass and exercise.
We got to go back in the days.
Fucking caveman day.
Caveman days. We didn't have those.
Pick our own food.
Get your own food.
Get your own food. Yep.
Get your seeds, throw it away. Get your own food. Go hunt. Go get your food. Try to get don't freaking make a phone call for your food and go to a drive-through. So I think that's the way.
I used to have a driver. I would call him Max. He was from Brazil. His real name was Sway. Okay. And I was like, Sway? But it was spelled S-U-E-D. And he was trying to teach me Portuguese. But his wife can cook.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how you diet.
Shout out to Herbert Burns. That's why I got it, bro. My wife, she can cook.
I don't he was heavy and trying to lose weight all the time. So he was running.
That's me all day.
But then he would go home and the wife's and Rob.
Believe me,
you had to eat. You just can't.
And I eat healthy, to be honest. I get a black coffee. I slow down a lot on sugar. I'm not eating enough with sugar, but still I get big. Especially this year it went crazy. I got 3 fights back to back. Last one I lost. I got hurt. I was a little I was down after that fight. And I went to the doctor and said, you cannot train. You got to take a break. I said, but break. He said, yeah, break. You can't do anything. I said, you run. I tried to run. Even run, I could. I was just I had to take myself to take a break. And then my wife cooked at home. What
How much did you gain? I
put a lot of weight.
How much?
I walk around 190. That's my weight, 190 to 190. Right now, I'm 206 that I'm losing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's giving you pasta, huh?
Rice.
I ate everything, my guy.
It's something with the pasta. The way, it's better than Italian. I
you guys gotta go to
It
Brazil,
is.
my
Yeah.
guys.
It's-
It's different.
It is different.
It's great, but
and you're done for too.
and I don't. I took my time, because I hurry a little bit. The way I saw, I got 3 years in 5 months, back to back. No rest. I went crazy. But now I'm kind of taking my time to come back. Like May all the way to September was only recovery. Like I said, we couldn't do much, and then slowly back on the PT. Now I'm back on training finally. But yeah, it took a little time off, and then I enjoyed.
That's
the
why
food.
he's live every morning, because the
Right.
wife has been feeding him every day
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Right.
Now I gotta go back to the grind.
Work this shit off. Yeah.
I'm back to the grind. Yes.
So when they call you, for these last minute fights,
Yeah.
and you gotta all of a sudden be ready to go. You're in shape, but how do you go about making that decision and taking it?
To be honest, it's not easy. Be very honest with you. Whenever he got those calls, I'm reflecting like, do I want to do these? Because I know it's gonna be tough. I know I can put everything on the line and be taken away, like it happened the last time. But it's something about the competition. It's something about fighting that get me going so much. It's like a goal, right? Let's say. Like I'm getting too much in football with my kids that I can kind of relate that for a little bit. Those guys want to win a Super Bowl, right? I want to become a world champion in the UFC and MMA. I want to be the best I can be, so I'm putting a lot of work. But let's just transition that to football, right? You playing, I don't know, you're playing for the Miami Dolphins or whatever. Those guys call you. And they say, hey, Rob, I got a game for you in 2 weeks.
And you
but
can start.
If you win,
Yeah.
you go to a Super Bowl.
I'm in.
Like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
I'm working so hard for it. Like I've been putting, and the guy comes with that proposal, just like, what you want me to say?
I know. See, I was a big boxing fan. I boxed. And in boxing, you have time no matter what. A lot of time.
Yeah.
And you can delay. In UFC, they call, and 2 weeks later, they're like, whoa, okay, all right.
Not even being the in shape part, just like the opponent. Like you prepare for your opponent. I'm sure you watch film, you go over stuff, you understand. If you're not doing that,
but
it's
both,
like, boom.
but it's gonna be close for both.
Right,
that's,
true.
That's the thing, So one guy,
That's true.
like right now, we got that weekend was crazy for me because I value so much of those guys' attitude to take those fights because Shimaev is a beast, right? Guy's a monster. No one wants to fight the guy.
No.
Now he went up on the division. He's fighting a middleweight. He was fighting a monster in Paulo Costa. And then freaking Kamaru Usman get a call. For sure he was training. He was training. We trained last week. He was training. He's in shape. But then I understand the yes, because you put in the work, you train, you still have that drive.
Mindset, right?
You have the mindset, you have the training, it's all that. And you got a call that goes on your ego.
Yeah.
And kind of talk to you.
Like dangling candy. Like with the kid,
like
they always
Come on
want
now.
candy.
Yeah.
You're like, tomorrow.
Yes, it comes like that.
Yeah.
But we are fighters, bro. Like you're a boxer. You everyone has your own thing. You're a football player. You study. I don't know. You like the online things. I don't know. You have your own area. And the guy comes to your own area and say, hey, I have these for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
Tempting.
super tempting.
Yeah.
And he got a good rewards. I guess those guys getting pay-per-view money for sure. I guess Kamaru's earning pay-per-view money. I guess Islam Makhachev is earning a piece of pay-per-view. So both of these guys. So financially, they are okay. They doing great. And it's not even that. It's not that. It's the competitiveness. Help me out with that.
Yeah, competitiveness. Yeah, because
Competitiveness.
you're all in this. So when you get the opportunity to fight, even though it probably isn't a good idea, you probably should pass on it. Not because you can't win, just because you don't have enough time to properly prepare. But when you're in the heat of it, you know, me personally, I would pace back and forth probably for a while. And no. And then this little prick over here on the side would be like, what are you scared?
Yeah.
What are you scared? You scared? All right, I'll do it. I was just, when you're in that, you're nuts. And you go, okay, let's do it.
But then when you accept, for me, especially for me, I go very deep to accept that. I'm gonna remind myself of the weight cut. I'm gonna remind myself the pre-fight. I'm gonna remind myself the walk you through the fight, the walk in, get in the octagon. The referee come at me and say, "You ready?" And the guy looking at the guy across the cage from me, I see the guy's hungry. The guy wants the same thing I want. So I gotta go through all that before I say yes. Am I really want these? So, is that for real? So do you want that? And that's my answer for sure. I have a whole team, like not just my team at UFC, not just my MMA coaches, but I got a psychologist, nutritionist, PT, strength conditioning. So I have this whole team. I got a guy that I pay for him. They do the scout. They look at my opponents' attendance. So I have this whole team behind my team. So before I even talk to these guys or during I talk to these guys, I got to make a decision. And my decision is it's not based to financially, it's not based to fame, it's not based to even the ego, that thing they were saying, but it's based to, do I really want to go to all that? Bro, if the answer is yes,
then it's then you get the team going and let's go.
How big, like the casual fan that's just watching, maybe, how big is your team? Like, what goes behind you? Like, what do you have? Go through, like, how many people are part of that team?
A lot.
Crazy.
In my family too. My wife
Right.
gotta be.
She's a queen, man.
Yeah, and if she goes against, everything gonna get.
Like, it's just not
You know
going to
what
work.
I mean, right?
I know 100%.
If it doesn't work at home, come on, bro.
It's not going to work
She
there.
gotta be
With it.
dancing with it. Okay, if you really want, I'm with you. Okay, boom, duh. That's the first one. First one was my wife, and then I gotta go talk to my coach, and they all good because I'm always training. Not right now that I'm coming back from the injury, but basically I'm always training, so they know I'm putting in work. I have all my notes that I write down my training, so even though if I have a little doubt on my mind, I'm gonna say, let me see what I did this week, and then, oh shit, I trained super hard. Oh yeah. Oh, I sport this guy, that guy. I kind of look at the last month, so I'm in great shape, so I can go. And then I talk to my main MMA coach, Henry Hof. Then I talk to my wrestling coach. Then I have my jiu-jitsu guys that kind of look at me. Okay, look at the guy. My brother, a couple guys that help. And then I start with the other team that goes. So that Henry, jiu-jitsu coaches, so that's everybody, right? But then I have my own psychologist that I got to talk to her.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think that's good.
And then she going to come at me and she going to dig deep to those questions.
Yeah.
Why you want to fight?
I think that's a huge
And
advantage.
she explain to me why, and then I'm like, holy shit, now.
Yeah, it's like, how do you answer that one? What do you say to her? Well, when you say, hey, I'm going to go in a cage and fight with pretty much no notice and try not to die. What does she say?
She said, you really want to go through all the process? Do you realize? And then she come, you realize what you're going to do, and you know the outcome could go both ways, so you're ready to accept both outcomes
No matter
because
what.
of this decision. And if all those answer, like I said, if all those answer yes, I'm going to. But then I go through my psychologist, and then I go to my nutritionist. How much you weigh right now? And no, I don't even want to know. FaceTime, go on the scale. So boom.
And what's your diet like then?
Yeah, I want to know that.
Like we say 2 weeks out.
I eat super clean, and then we do a little. The last week we starting Sunday to do the weigh-ins on Friday. We do a thing that that we go down, we start going down. I still have a lot of energy because I'm eating properly, various amount of food, but everything that my body needs. And like I said, I'm walking around at 190 to fight at 170, and that let's say if I got to fight in 2 weeks, 10 days. So the first 3 days, the water weight starting going away, the actual weight goes. I'm going to get on the 5 week with the 180, 181. That's what I did the last 3 times. So it's not that bad. And then we're going to do the dehydration training, and then boom, and call back. And I'm fighting 190 again. That's the
next day.
It's happening to 190. So
I've seen some people look.
Everybody, all those guys, they do 30 pounds.
That's crazy.
Like,
on those weigh-ins,
I don't know
they
how
look
they
like
do it.
they're knocking on
used to be
death's
worse.
door, man.
Used to be worse when they weigh-ins Saturday night and Friday night to fight Saturday. Now we have the weigh-ins in the morning. They change a lot of rules, so we cannot cut a lot of weight. They have the PI, the UFC PI. They have a lot of nutritionists with food, with dietitian. Like, they got a lot of better on that. But then I talked to my nutritionist. He said, FaceTime, go to the scale.
Go to the scale.
So, boom, I show him. He said, no, you're good. You can make it. Or it's going to be hard. Boom, we'll make a plan. Then I got to talk to the guy that studied the fights for me, Daniel Mendes. He said, okay, let me take a look at this guy. These guys are tough. So it's going to be very hard to get you ready, but let's try to make it happen. You got to do these drills twice a day. Guy does this very good. And then so I start going to the whole team to a process. It's a lot of work, to be honest. Get that done in 2 weeks.
2 weeks is nuts. And a lot of people to just jump into gear and all be like in sync.
And then getting all those guys ready to fight. Oh, the fight's going to be in Denmark. That's what happened one time. And they were shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have passport. Shit, he's not going. Okay, yo.
Here we go.
And then it starts. So, yeah.
The biggest complaint I always hear is too many fights and too many weight classes. You know, because think before, when boxing was huge, I always go back to it, you would have however many fights a year, but they were huge.
Yes.
You know, especially like even
anticipation,
all the
even
weights.
waiting for it.
Yeah, like, you know, so every 3 months, everybody would go to your friend's house on Friday.
That fight.
Yeah, that big fight that everybody's been waiting for. And be, you know, heavyweight, middleweight, featherweight, you know, and it was just a huge thing. And with UFC, the only thing with me is there's just a ton of fights,
Yes,
like constantly.
I agree. The sport grows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get so many fighters, everything grows. Before we used to not have a lot of traffic, bro. Now traffic, you know what I mean? Like, back in the days, flights would not get delayed. Now, man, oh my God, it's getting delayed every time. It kind of grows. I got it. The UFC is going crazy. They got a huge deal with ESPN. I'm a fan of. I'm a real fan of the fighting game, and I like to watch. I know, but I cannot keep a track with the whole fight.
You can't keep track.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Like, I know this Saturday, because I'm a huge fan, I know Edson Barboza is fighting Sodiq Youssef.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the co-main. I don't know who's the other guy. I don't know.
17 other guys, yeah.
I don't know. I just know Michel Pereira, the guy that goes crazy, Brazilian guy. I know he's fighting. Let me try to see. I think that's it.
See if you
I
can
don't
pull
know.
up the card.
See, I know 3 guys that are fighting. That's it.
Yeah, because there's so many.
I know who he's fighting, because he's fighting one of the guys in the gym. The guy kind of got a rib injury. Now he's facing another guy that is he was in the Ultimate Fighter. I cannot remember his name, but I cannot keep on track. And like I said, right now I'm very busy, because now I'm trying to lose all that weight that I gained.
Yeah.
Because of my wife, not because of her, because of me.
You ate it.
But I ate it, but I wasn't training.
Yeah.
So now shoulders I still got 4 more weeks to get clear. It should be clear already, but it's still like not. I'm not confident yet.
No.
Still hurts a couple.
1 to 100%. What would you say?
I would say it's 80%. I can do a lot more things. Shoulders getting strong. Overhead is still not strong. It's still like.
That's the only thing that's left, is that?
And the posting, like, I was trying to wrestle. I was kind of grappling a little bit. Oh, I know Viviane is fighting. Viviane Araújo, they're gonna be mad because she's from my team. Guys in Brazil, Viviane is fighting Jennifer.
I don't want any problems with either of them.
Adrian Yannis, good fight. Michelle Pereira, good fight. Yeah. Other than that, I don't even know a couple guys there. See,
Yeah,
I know Terence McKinney. And I'm a huge fighter, but a huge fight fan. But
you gotta have a pretty good memory for just
that's
that
a lot.
one.
man.
I don't even know who the girl is. Irina, I don't know.
I don't know. One thing is grappling. You know, you were very good at it. And a lot of MMA fighters and UFC guys, you know, when they have come on, that was one thing, like, they just hate doing it. They hate practicing it. Pull up tab 2. They hate working on it, everything, because it's just a grimy thing to practice. But how important is that to be tight on?
Super important.
Because from the viewer point, we're looking at the hands and the kicks, you know, and then you take down and da-da. But once you take down, you're already down. The viewer, we're looking at the hands, the kicks, but the grappling.
100%. That's what makes the guy super tired. That's, to be honest, that's what separates. That's really what separates because, like you said, a lot of guys see the punches and the kicks, but even to explain that, a lot of people, oh, this sport's so violent. Oh, people, you go to the cage. Yes, but it's too much more than that. A lot more than it's mental game. It's the grappling, it's the wrestling, it's the physicality, it's the gas tank. Like, I'm going to do a breakdown tonight about Kamaru Usman and Hamza, and I'm going to have like 3-4 hours studying and looking at all these guys because now, back in the days, we're just two tough guys going in there and swinging for the fences and see. But nowadays, it's a lot of tendencies, a lot of study. We got to see all these guys. If you go back in the days, you remember that Mikko Krokop, Gilbert Ivo. Mikko Krokop used to knock everybody out with a head kick, but he had a little flinch with the hips before he throw it.
So you would have that Millis.
People start looking and studying, oh, he does that with the hips. Gilbert Ivo, freaking nasty. Fly knees. Back in the days, fly knees knockout. But then you kind of see that before every fly knee, he throws kind of jab in the air, and then he throws. And people start, okay,
when the jab's coming.
He does these.
Yeah.
Okay, when these are coming, I'm out of the way.
Yeah.
How much film are you watching? A lot of film? A lot. Like how many? A lot. So leading up to a big fight, how much hours of film are you watching? Would you guess per week?
Let's say like my last fight I lost, right? But from Bilal Muhammad, I make sure, and the fight was in 18 days, I think 17 days, something like that. I watch every single thing that I could saw him about, every single fight, every single grappling training session, everything I could have, because I want to have all the information about the guy.
Right.
But back in the days, it was kind of hard, I guess, and those guys were very tough. But nowadays, it's changed. It's way more science. So
now you're watching tape like football, basketball, everything. Yeah.
Yes. And every single one has a tendency when he gets tired. If we're watching a fight, right? If we put any fight right there, and then I will tell you, hey, don't worry about it right now. Just keep looking at the first guy. I want you to tell me which one going to get tired first. You're going to watch the fight differently. You're going to watch, okay. And then you look, oh, see, there's a deep, that was a deep breath. Oh, I think he's getting tired first. And then it's a tendency when the guys get tired. He start changing or start coming back. Like, let's say I'm a grappler. When I'm getting tired, let's say I start shooting, I'm going to look for a takedown because that's my comfort zone. So, but nowadays, every single part of the game is super important. I don't think everyone is lacking in grappling right now because we have a lot of bigger grapplers nowadays like Gordon Ryan, all of these guys. John Danaher is one of those guys that teach these guys in Austin, Texas. Then we have the other team that is separate, B team. Then we got Craig Jones, a lot of guys there. Every week, I follow these guys and know everything. Every week, we have a different MMA guy there training. So Curtis Blades were there. Brendan Allen's there right now, and then I look at all these guys there right now.
That's great, so you can see it.
Everybody's
person,
going
right?
there.
You can-
So I say,
You can
these
see what they
guys,
do.
these guys getting better.
But that's the amazing thing. Like watching that film, like I try to explain to my son, that plays football.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to look at the film and see what the other team's doing. There's
Yes.
tendencies the defensive tackle
Yes.
does. Maybe he's on his knees. He's tired. You got to watch it and you got to break it down.
Yes.
But I don't think like that. You got to the point where you're at in your career because you worked hard
Yep.
and you put the time in. People think they're just going to magically sign up for something and they're going to be the world heavyweight champion of the world without putting the time or effort into it. I'm serious. With kids nowadays, that's what how they think.
Because of the internet, everything gets
Right.
clear. But I think whenever they get the habit of showing up every day and then putting in the work, they kind of get used. Even my kids playing tackle. I have my oldest one, Pedro. He playing tackle, Boca Braves.
Oh, Boca.
The little one is playing flag still. And he's fast. He's playing quarterback. And he's playing wide receiver. He's playing good. And I'm there to support him, but on the same time, I'm looking at the game. I'm not just looking and say, okay, that kid is very good. And let me see what the coach is doing. I'm kind of
You're like watching tape live.
without freaking trying. I'm looking at the game. I'm trying to just support my kid, and I'm watching the whole thing.
All that stuff, yeah.
That's because the people around you have it so ingrained in your head now.
And then sometimes he's a little frustrated. And then between the times, Daddy, the guy's fast. So he got my flag. He said, yes. Can I say something? I say, yes. I say, try to go to the right because the guy's very good when you go to the left and then he goes on the right.
Meanwhile, you've been watching the whole thing.
time.
and then sometimes, not sometimes, good times that I said at work. And then now he's every time looking at me, Daddy, you're going to pay
What do I
attention?
do?
Yeah, I'm going to pay attention.
You're going to be
You're going to be the coach.
You're going to be the coach, buddy.
If I see it opening, I'll let you know. But but I think it's this, is that when I look at the fight, when I really want to look at the fight, I don't want to bring no one at home. I don't want to have a lot of kids coming, friends coming. I'm just like, you know what? I want to watch that fight. And the good thing is my wife, she's the same because I met her by a competition, jiu-jitsu competition.
Oh, wow.
She fought MMA amateur before me.
That's how you met her?
Wow.
Yeah, she
Oh,
fought.
wow.
She had 2 Muay Thai fights, and she 4 times Brazilian national champion in jiu-jitsu, black belt.
Wow.
So she likes to watch the fights too. So it's kind of
So nobody's knocking on your door with a problem.
He's a little bit.
Nobody's knocking on that door
No
with an
issues.
issue.
No
He's a little bit easier
Because you're going to get it
on
from
that.
the guy or the wife. You're getting it either way.
Because sometimes we want to watch whenever, especially couple big fights that we're not there, that we're not live, we're at home. We just want to watch the fight. We really want to enjoy the fight and look. And then and she get couple crazy. Look, I don't think he's confident. See, crazy. Look at this guy. I don't know. Something on his eyes, but the guy comes and lost. And I'm like, wow. She sees, so she has that too. So,
How cool is that, though?
Cool, yeah.
Because
cool.
this might not be working out so well if it wasn't.
Yeah, for sure. Because I had a friend of mine that he just became a world champion, Pantoja. He just beat Brandon Moreno.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, my wife is very close with his wife. My kids are close with his kids. We good friends. And then I was very nervous because he's a friend of mine. He was fighting for the title last year in December. And I was very nervous. And then she came at me and said, what do you think? And I said, I don't know. I just hope he wins. And then she said, look at him. He's going to win. I don't know.
That sixth sense.
I can't. He's different. Look at the other guy. The other guy's good too. I'm not. But he's going to win. And every single, not for sure he's been wrong a couple of times. She's not always right. But most of the time, she I told you, see? And then I thought, shit, what did you see? But I wanted her to explain. She said, I don't know. I think those guys are very confident and very in the moment. They look a little bit different. They don't look too nervous. They're not. They look a little bit more relaxed, but in the moment, that if you pay attention, you're going to see that the guy was in the moment a little bit. I don't know.
Women know that stuff.
Yeah, they have.
They know. That sixth sense is real, or whatever you want to call it. They know it. And I think that's why every king had a queen. If you go back, there was always that queen. And now, if you think how many times your wife told you probably not to do something, but you did it anyway, but she was right. I wouldn't admit.
You
how
don't
many
admit
times.
that, but
yeah,
The last fight she did.
yeah.
She's like, "Why you fighting Bilal Muhammad? You just got a big win against Masvidal." And then I said, and then we talk about it, and then she said, "I don't think you should do it, but if you really want to do it, I'm with you. Let's do it. I think you can beat him, but I just don't think you should do it." But then I was convinced her that I could do it, and then I ended up losing. And then she said, "I don't want to say I told you so."
Yeah,
because
Right, yeah, she
because
does.
I agree with you and I want you to win. But I just think you hurry, you know, like you got your fights, you should relax a little bit. They ain't fight him, fight anyone, but you need a little rest. But it is what it is.
It is what
we
it
did
is,
it
yeah.
together, it happens. But I was just like, shit.
Yeah, because now you got to deal with her too. Because
She
you know
was cool. She was
yeah,
cool about it.
cool,
She was
but
cool
you
about
know,
it, to be honest.
but you know, just wanted to like told you, right?
Yes.
So you know how you had all that drive as a kid. Your brother too. It was very good.
Yeah.
How do you get that back now? Like what do you try to do with your kids to get them to have the drive like you had? You know, you didn't have anything, but you were happy with what you had. You know, at this day and age with the phones and everything else, how do you keep them on the right path and motivated to be something and not just playing on the phone?
Those guys are super energetic. They have a lot of energy. They like to play. They don't have phone. I'm not going to give a phone to those guys.
No
until-
phone.
Wow.
They 10 and 9, so I'm going to delay that as much as I
Good
can.
for you.
They have one phone at home. If they're going to sleep over or do something, they take that phone. But they don't have phone. And the school is like 2 blocks away from the house, so they bike to the school, or I biked into the school. So, but they play video games, and I play with them. I like to see what they playing. I like to play with them. I like to be a part. But they're so competitive.
That's
They're
good.
crazy competitive. They're like, I don't need to push so much. And they have a lot of energy that, you know what, let's play football, let's play soccer, let's grapple a little bit, let's lift, let's do this, let's go to the garage. And they like to do it. I don't even need to force, because they're so competitive. Daddy, I have a game tomorrow. What do you think? What do you think? Can I train? I say, let's do a couple boxing jumps, and just a little bit, just a couple boxing jumps.
That's great, man.
And
Is there
they
something
do
you
it.
did early on that got them like that?
I don't know. So when I moved out of Brazil when Pedro was 6 months, my oldest one, and back then was living with my wife and waiting. It was in a bad neighborhood, very, very bad, like bad. Not American bad, like
Brazil bad. I know
yeah,
Brazil
because
bad. Yeah.
was not inside of the favela. Was a little bit out, because like here is the mountains, is the morro that we call the favela, but it's not the favela that you go in and out of the car. It's the favela that is up on the mountains. That was not in the mountains. That was a little bit out, but was a crackhead area, you know. So they were
Drugs
selling
everywhere,
crack.
yeah.
And you have those crackheads, those guys like 135, 125 pounds carrying a freaking refrigerator, like that crazy. Like, I'm telling you, 125, 115 pounds carrying a refrigerator to sell for crack. And we live in a little apartment build that was in front of when they make the crackhead.
The
right?
crack
That
house.
was
Yeah.
literally in front. In the morning, we could hear those guys like 5 a.m.
Oh yeah.
making noise, breaking up the refrigerator, breaking up old oven, like microwaves, old stuff, just to sell that.
Anything and everything, right?
And then I was just like, man, I don't want my kids to grow up on that. I'm out. I'm going to the U.S. And then we almost went when my wife was pregnant, but that was my first kids. I had no idea. So you know what? Let's kids gonna grow up, born here. Whenever he's like 4, and then we went to the doctor. He said no, he can fly when after he's 6 months. His body's strong, and then he can fly. After 6 months, we moved here. Then Joshua, my little one, born here too. And whenever I moved here, it took a couple months. I got signed with the UFC. But then I signed with the UFC, but that's what I like to explain people. When you sign with the UFC, that doesn't mean you're sad. That doesn't mean you're good.
That's not like the NBA, right? You don't got to
Max contract, guaranteed contract.
wait. You didn't get the 100 million guaranteed.
It's kind of like a little bit. It's kind of like a little bit of NFL, a little bit, not for sure, not the same. But the first thing, you're just a rookie, right? You just got there.
Right.
You got those guys that be in the league for years. Right, we got a couple for sure. We got a couple running backs, a couple wide receivers, a couple guys that been in the league, in the NFL by 80 years, 90 maybe.
Yeah, you got the veterans.
And we got the rookie that you still
Just
gotta make.
coming in.
You're
Yeah.
a rookie, bro. Like,
Yeah, little guy.
yeah, you're a little
New guy.
So that's the thing with the UFC. You just got there. You still gotta make it. Like a lot of guys, I don't know the percentage, but I know a lot of guys, they got to the UFC and they didn't pass the first contract. So the first contract with the UFC, you got a 4 fights deal. I don't know right now. I think it's 12 plus 12. But when I got was 8,000 plus 8,000. But plus, if you win, is a plus. 8 is a guarantee if you make a weight. So, and then if I got a win on my first fight, 16,000. Sure. But we're still losing 20% of that for managers.
Oh yeah, you got to
teams,
kick.
Wow.
Diet, everything, and they just give you 2 corners. So they give you 3 corners. You have 3 corners, but they just give you your tickets and 1 coach.
Oh, man.
So, but you gotta pay extra for those 2 coaches, and if you need a extra hotel, you pay out of your pocket. So those 16 goes.
UFC isn't paying that.
No, and the taxi and everything.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, hours.
so what percentage would you say every time you get paid? What percentage? If you add in taxes, everything.
I got 50% maybe because,
Fuck.
like I said,
Everybody you got to pay.
Psychologists,
Everybody around
nutritionists, and they're gonna put in everything. So
everyone's nickel and dime. Yeah.
yeah,
But you need them though.
taxes and everything.
That's
so
another thing.
yeah, but like I said, we're just a rookie. You just got there, and those guys have been there. So you gotta get out of those. So 8 plus 8. If you win, then you go to the next one. If you lose, let's say I lose, I lost my first fight. The next one is 8 plus 8 again. And let's say you lost. Next one is still 8 plus 8 because you didn't win. If you win, you go to 10. If you didn't win, you stay. So, but it's kind of like the way it works. I think now it's 12 plus 12, so it's kind of 12. If you win, 24. If you win, you go to the next one. Then it's 14 plus 14, let's say. Then if you lose, let's say you lose this one, next one is 14 plus 14. If you lose this one, that's the most important fight on your contract.
The third one.
The third one is the most important because if you win, you get a new contract.
But if you don't.
Especially if you win nice. Don't need to be a finish, but if you get domination, you fought very good, look great, you get a new contract. But if you lose that fight, then you go to the last fight of the contract, then, bro, it's a lot of pressure. Because if you win, they might give you a new contract and negotiate it. But if you lose,
That might be it.
So if you lose 3 of the 4, but win that 4th one, it maybe.
It depends. Depends how you look. Depends how you lose. Depends how you finish. Like if, like you saw Tony Ferguson, he's coming from 5 losses, if I'm not wrong, 6 losses, but the guy freaking shows up. The fan base is amazing. Those guys are different.
Yeah.
But, you know, it depends who you are. Depends how you know.
Right.
But
if you're popular
guy,
and you're bringing, if you're just regular and a fighter.
If you're a regular guy.
Fighter,
if
period.
you win, you lose. You win, you lose. Fan base kind of growing up. Maybe you go to a followers, 40,000 followers. You got out of your first contract. You want nothing crazy. You're a regular guy, right? You average, normal. And then you got your second contract. And then you lost. And then you win. And then you lost. Bro, you got to show up on that fight.
That makes sense. Did you know that's how it works?
Show up on that fight.
Wow.
We
Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid. But as I got older, started working out, I had to watch out for sugar and empty carbs. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you'll love, but high protein and less sugar. The variety pack, 4 flavors, cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. This pack has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 net grams of carbs. Only 140 calories per serving. It's high protein, 0 grams of sugar, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. The fruity one, I'm done for. I can eat the whole box, no problem. Go to magicspoon.com/MSCS to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use promo code MSCS at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That says something. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of high-protein cereal at magicspoon.com/MSCS and use the code MSCS to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex. Guys, remember the days when you're always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever the opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part? It's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, awkward conversations, waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. Does it work? Don't think you need it? Try it free for a month and see. You're going to love it. You could be missing the best sex of your life. They say there's nothing sexier than confidence, and Blue Chew can help give you the confidence where it counts. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code MSCS at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code MSCS to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Remember the guy, the Canadian guy, 145. He just gave her like those Spartan kick on the guy.
You know what it is?
Jourdain. Charles Jourdain.
Oh, okay.
He was on that situation. He win losing boom, and then he got to his last fight in the contract. And he changed after that because something changed. He beat the guy great. He got a new contract, and then something. He even says that something tweaked on that because if you lose that fight, it might be it. So I remember that when I start with my psychologist, I start training, doing the sports psychologist. At that point,
brilliant.
That was 2017 when like I said, I was one of these guys. I got 4-fight contract. I win 3 of my fights. Great wins. 2 first round finish. Fight of the night. Boom, got a new contract. Got a crazy Russian dude, Rashid Magomedov. Lost that first fight.
Tough.
Couple months later, I got a finish. First round finish in Vegas. Boom. And then I fought in Brazil. Then I lost. And then I was in that situation doing my last fight of the contract.
So that third one seems always, right? The third one's the big one.
And then I was just on that situation. And then I remember the first thing that I started working with my psychologist. For sure, we had a couple conversations, and she was more doing than just. I liked the work with her because it wasn't like sit down, talk about your problem. It wasn't like that. It was very, hey, what are you doing? How you doing today? I'm good. Look, I got this fight. I want to win this fight. And then we start talking. We start planning, doing my goals, what I want to accomplish to win that fight. Very, good work.
You wanted.
Yeah. Putting me to work, making my notes and thinking about a strategy. We're going to study this guy. What's the guy's stretch? What's the SWOT of this guy? We're doing a bunch of different works. And then it got to a point that I said something that wait. say that again. And I remember exactly that moment. I was talking to her, and that's my last fight on my contract. And I need to win that fight. And they should say that again. And then I explained to her the contract. Yeah, but say what you said. And then I say, I need to win that fight. And then that's when she got me that I'm like, oh, I like that. And they say, why you need to win? And I say, because if I lose, it might be, I might get caught. And then she said, but if you get fired, right? If you lose and you get fired, what's gonna happen? You gonna starve or something? I said, no, but then I'll be done. Then I gotta maybe get out of the UFC, win 2 or 3 more fights in a small organization, and then come back. Or maybe go to another big organization, whatever. And she said, but you're not gonna starve, right? I said, no way. Like, but why you need to win? You need? And then that was when it hits me. I said, no, I don't need to win, but I want to win. And they say, okay.
She got you. Mm-hmm. She got you on that need.
Need.
Yeah.
So you don't need.
Yeah.
You don't need. You want to win. I said, yes. And that took a lot of pressure. Just a little.
Where like all or nothing, right? Because the way your mind was at the time, I need to, or the family's done, my career's done.
And I was carrying all that pressure with the need mentality. And then when I say, no, I want to win, that was a release. I said, oh, I want to win.
And correct me if I'm wrong, in general, if you go into the cage with that need, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to rush. You're not going to take your time like you normally would and feel out everything.
And that's why I took a lot of time getting a couple financially mentors and getting better, like saving money, investing money, get relaxed, because I don't want to need to fight to make money. You know, I want to enjoy I would really want to fight because I like to fight. That's it. Crazy sounds. It's one of the things that I'm born to do. I do believe when I'm on the cage, that's my art. That's the thing that I'm doing that I like it. For sure, I lost a couple. I win a lot more than I lost, but I lost couples. But still, I like to do that. You know, even with the losses, I like to wear those losses because it's been part of me, making me who I am, making me a better man. But I like to do it. So I don't want to go to a fist fight, to go to a cage, to go to a whole preparation because I need money.
You're a really good psychiatrist. Yeah, that was killer because you love the sport. You don't ever want it to turn into, I need to do this, even though I really don't want to. I'd rather do 100 more things than this, but I need to do it because I have to do it. And she got that out of me.
She took it out of me.
Yeah.
And then you see those retired fighters that like they 40-something, doing a boxing fight, doing a crazy fight, turning into bare knuckle MMA, and then I'm like, man.
Every time I look, I see somebody from UFC and boxing or boxing over there.
They're getting 500,000.
Yeah, crazy money.
Thank God, there's a good money, but I hope I don't want to get to that level that, man, I need to fight. No, I want to be done with my career. I don't want to be taking those guys as an example, but I want to be like Glover Teixeira.
Yeah.
He doesn't live with a lot, but the guy's happy. He's done. He's relaxed. DC
class.
Done. He's
very
relaxed.
Class. A lot of class.
Yeah, those guys are Shogun Rule is relaxed. Now I was using his name a lot because I like him a lot, but I just saw that he called out Rampage for a fight. And just why Shogun? Like, he one of the guys that I really like here. But I think when you're done, it's gonna be hard for me, I know. And I got a couple more years. I do believe I got 3 more years to get it done, to achieve what I want to achieve and be done with the sport. But I'm going to transition to another things, you know, for sure. I'm still going to do a lot of things related to fighting, but I'm going to get to a different aspect of competition. Otherwise, I'm going to be, let me do one more fight. And
yeah. You're going to be 45 thinking of a comeback. In a cage with more technology.
Yes, right.
He'll be fighting a robot.
Yeah, really, probably.
I want to transition that to a different sport. I want to go back to grapple. I love grapple. I love the jiu-jitsu. In jiu-jitsu, you have weight divisions and age divisions that you can fight a guy at 45 division, master division. So that's one thing that I want to do. So I'm going to keep the competition alive, but it's for me, you know. It's not for money. It's not for fame. It's not to get in the cage. It's not.
It's for the love.
It's just for me.
What about a coach? You already have the eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe too. I think I'm gonna do something big related to fighting. Maybe managing, maybe coaching, maybe commentating. I think I don't wanna say I wanna do this because I still don't know. I know I wanna fight a couple more years.
Yeah, that's the focus right now.
But when I'm done, I think I'm gonna do something big related to fighting. Maybe coaching, maybe managing, maybe open organization, maybe podcasting. Maybe I don't know. It's gonna be one thing, but I'm still gonna try to drive that competition to other things that I always wanna do. Ironman, I wanna do those races. I wanna do jiu-jitsu. I think I'm gonna. That's how I think I'm gonna transition that competition. So I don't. Oh, I wanna fight. I wanna feel that.
Because you will.
Because it's a crazy rush.
Yeah.
People have no idea. Like, and I've been through the process. Even now that I was hurt, I couldn't train. When I got back to training, the adrenaline on me, I was just like, wow, that's a drug. So.
And you feel whole again. Yeah. You feel complete again.
I felt great.
Yeah.
First training back, I was just like, wow.
It's like my dad's 83 and he's still working. I'm like, Dad, just retire, be done. He's like, if I retire, I'll die. But in his sense, he needs a purpose. It's a purpose. I know fighting, it's something that he just likes to do. He likes to work. You like to fight. You like to do that. And you don't have that. It's like, what do I do now? Right?
Find another thing. I think that's the key to these guys. That easier said than done, but that's the key. So you saw a lot of coaches, like nowadays, they passionate being coach. Like they give everything. They
go nuts. Look at Deion Sanders with the college.
Deion Sanders, but we got so many, so many. We got in Brazil. We got volleyball coach, couple coach that I look at this guy. He was like just like your dad. I need to work. Yes, but you don't need to do MMA.
Yeah,
when you're 83.
Yeah, that might not be a healthy thing.
Transition to I don't know, to a jiu-jitsu or to a coaching or to another thing. So I'm not that right now, but I'm sure walking there a little bit. Okay, I might be that route, but when I'm done fighting,
you're being intelligent so that when you're done,
back, you know. I don't want to, one more fight, no.
Well, it sounds like you know yourself, and you know when you're done, if you go and sit on the couch or just, go do whatever, that you're going to end up back in the cage. So if you're not involved heavily where you have a schedule and a routine, places you have to be, we're going to hear Gilbert's coming back.
It's that routine. I got to get to a routine
and something else that gives you somewhat of an adrenaline, right?
You got to find something. I think it's going to be jiu-jitsu. Maybe not only jiu-jitsu, because I'm fascinated with those Ironman guys. I say, man, that's going to be
or broadcaster, because you explain things really clear. Like you can really break things down clear, and
I did one I did LFA in Portuguese, and that's going to be good now because I'm going to Brazil to the UFC São Paulo as a guest fighter. I'm going to do LFA in English. First time that I'm going to do the commentating in English.
Well, you'll get a taste of it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be good to get the going and say, I like it. No, it's not.
No, really, you explain things really, really well.
I don't know. I think because that's what I want sometimes. I want those guys to explain. He's a little bit more than that. It's a little... I don't know. I think he's the parenting too, and I go in and I got to explain those moms. Oh, you a fighter? Yes.
Oh, you're not going over his house.
Like? What's that conversation like with the moms?
It's fun because...
Ever a nasty one?
Whenever... No, not really. But whenever things go south, right? Like, let's say... They think I'm gonna fight. They like
Gilbert. No.
Yeah, one guy is a little flag. He's not even tackled. The flag game, half messed up, and those parents complaining that they start hating a little bit. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I don't care. Like
I'm observing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of relaxed and say, bro.
Meanwhile, he can kill the entire other sideline and families, and
But like Rafi is like 60 years old,
All right.
65, retired guy, fine football, let me do a ref. So I stay busy, messed up with the flag. And those parents start complaining and they start arguing with each other. And then I would just look at that and they say,
Does bring back flashbacks at all?
yeah, that's Pedro. Yeah.
That's your son,
Yes,
right?
That's my son Pedro. Yeah, that's
Pedro.
the big one. He's doing tackle. That's
He's
the
doing
little
tackle.
one right there. See on the right, on the left?
Right there.
That's a little
Yeah.
Joshua one. That was a crazy touchdown that he scored. See? Freaking guy.
Oh, yeah, he's fast.
Freaking guy can run. Look at him.
How old's Joshua?
the other one.
Jesus.
He's fast.
How old is he?
He's 9 and the other one's 10.
He cuts good.
Yeah, no, he scored. He's doing good. But then we go to the conversation and the moms are like, oh, I'm glad it's not you that they arguing. And I say, why? And they said, because you can fight. I said, yeah, but I'm not.
What am I, you're like, what am I going to fight over flag football?
Yeah,
Come on.
But we got a crazy example too, because I'm a fighter. When everything go out of situation, they think I'm going to fight. But let's change the scenario, right? If you're a teacher, thing goes out of the way, you're going to start teaching now? Like if you're...
Yeah, right, right.
No.
Like if you're a singer, thing goes out of the way, you're going to start singing now?
Yeah.
Like, relax, I'm not doing a thing. Like, even I never been in a fight, like, outside, and I would do my best to never do it, because I think that's one thing that martial arts teach me very much. Like, I know that I can be very dangerous against in the fight. That's why I'm a high level fighter. But the best thing the martial arts teaching me was to control myself. That's the best thing. And that's the crazy thing the martial arts teach is the best, but it's the craziest thing, because let's put ourselves in the octagon right now. We're fighting. And you the main event, big fight, sold out arena, Miami or New York, Vegas, whatever, sold out arena. Your friends are there, your family's there, it's loud, and you got hit, and you were a little dizzy, and the whole arena is crazy, it's loud. You see a little slow down referee talking to you, make sure you move, hands up. You hear a little bit of your coaches, other coach. So a lot going on. It's a chaos. It's a freak show. But what I was taught is just valuable at that time. That time when it's a chaos, you cannot listen to everything. Your own mind is spinning, and your bloody vision, and you gotta make the right decision.
And take what you can.
In the chaos, I have to make the best decision. I did many times. I messed up a couple times, but I did many times the best decision. Now, take that guy that got the best decision in that chaos, put him at home with the kids screaming, put this guy in a football field with the kids playing football. And, oh, you were yes, that's why I'm not doing it. That's why I'm relaxing right now, and I'm taking the best decision I can, because this chaos right here with the ref and the parents,
It's awful.
are not even close comparing to that chaos that, like, I was bleeding and I was hurt, and I still making the best decision. So that's what people don't realize. Oh, he's a fighter. Yes.
But the discipline that came with learning, right?
Do you hear, like, when you're walking out for your fight, and let's just say there's people in the crowd that just maybe they don't like you. Things like everybody likes you though, but people that don't like you, maybe they're yelling. Do you hear them at all? Or do you hear nothing? Like, what's going through your head when you're walking? I know the music's playing and all that stuff. Like, do you hear somebody say, like, Gilbert sucks, or you know?
Yeah.
Like, do you hear that?
I did hear it before. Not right now, because I'm getting a little bit more favored lately. Right. But I remember on the beginning that I was doing the prelims, and then so you have the whole arena, right? Everyone cheering right there, everybody on the place, and we have a curtain that we walk through that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when I was in the prelims, they put me passing the curtain, and my opponent behind the curtain. Sometimes I was there and I hear a couple guys say, "Hey, you're gonna beat this guy. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this." And a couple guys, "No, you won't." You can hear a little bit, but that kind of it is what it is. Like
Motivation.
Whatever.
Really? Whatever. You're already there. Anyway.
Two drunk guys yelling at
you
you.
I already went to the whole training session, fighting the beast at the gym. Got ready, did the weight cut, got everything, got that other day. Bro, what's this guy saying? Like, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Why should I?
All right.
Why should I?
That's right. You almost
opinion.
Yeah, you almost died making weight, right? So
Yeah,
like
make
this
the
guy,
weight, make the whole preparation.
He's drinking beers and
I
she's
want,
sick.
I want to be here.
yeah,
I want to be here. I want to perform. Whatever he's saying,
Right.
he's on problem. Like a lot of things right now, it gets clear to me that your own problem.
yeah, you got
Right,
some
like-
inside problems
Yes.
with yourself.
And you're trying to put it out,
Yeah.
trying to get a reaction. But like I got a couple things like anyone's opinion. Let's say, I don't know, but let's say the guy doesn't like your hair or something. Is if I said something about your hair or about you, it's not you. It's something that maybe the image making me
Think of someone I
remind me of
don't
something
like,
that
or
I don't
yeah.
like it, that I might look at you and make me remember. So when those persons come with those trying to offend you, try to attack you, social media crazy. People sometimes say something, but wow, this guy is serious problem. Like they say something like, I don't know, like really going after you.
Really mental
Like,
problem. Yeah.
wow, that's danger. Like yesterday, that was the best. Yesterday, I got
Trolls.
crazy. I got a troll, but I like to
Play a little bit.
No, I don't answer.
Yeah.
But I got a troll. You know, a troll was a pastor. Look how that was
A
crazy.
pastor?
A pastor.
Okay. Well,
You
hear
know-
this.
you
Yeah,
know-
like from the church.
Yeah.
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 You know, you do a college for the, how you call it?
Oh, like to go to be a-
theology. How you say?
Oh, theology.
Theology.
The guy was pastor and he was theology master.
I mean, yeah.
He's still there. If you guys look up, he's still there, Portuguese. But the guy said something because a lot of guys were asking me about breakdown of Hamza. I'm gonna do a breakdown tonight. Hamza against Kamara, and then I put it out tomorrow night. I'm doing a breakdown, and the guy went and said in Portuguese, "Oh, that's good that you're gonna do a breakdown because you lost to both," and he said something extra.
Oh.
That I was just like, man, this guy is a freaking pastor, theologist. He's preaching.
And he's doing
I was just like, man, that guy's sick.
Sick. Needs
Like,
help.
If someone is getting out of your or his own way to go public to offend someone, this guy has problem. It's not the person that he's attacking that has problem. This person has
Right.
problems.
Especially if he really does have a master's degree. He's taking the time to go look for you, to send you a message that it's good that you're going to give a breakdown because you lost both of them. He must not have anything else to do.
And to be honest, the way it look, I look and I laugh. Oh, he's right. I lost to both. And I'm going to do a breakdown. It's still like, what did you say? Even if you're making fun or not, if you're trolling or not. It's true. Like, at the end of the day, I look, he's right.
But,
and
but,
whatever.
but say the breakdown was a thing where you make 20,000 if this many people see it, you make this much if 100,000 people. That guy just made 100,000 people see it for you.
No, but
No, I mean, that's how the internet
sometimes
works.
I was just like, man.
But that's the
But
day
if
and
you-
age we're living
if,
in.
If you're theologist, I think theology is when you read and when you go like look at the real story of the religions and now you become a pastor and you're preaching. Like I was just like, wow, this guy's sick, bro. Like, or I might remind that guy of someone that he hates or something that I don't know, whatever it is.
He lost his bet that you won one of those fights. He lost
Whatever.
money. He
Yeah,
lost
right.
money.
Maybe he lost money, whatever it is. But when I see these things, it doesn't affect me. I just look at like, wow,
You need help, buddy.
this guy needs help because
That's a great way to
me
look at it.
busy working. Like I said, crazy day. Yesterday I didn't sleep as good, but put kids to sleep. We went to the game, trained, did this, did that. Boom, today podcast. Got kids to school, gonna train, gonna do a bunch of different things. Busy all day, trying to do my best at every single
To fit
area.
everything in too, right?
if I see an Instagram from anyone, bro, there's no way I don't have a time. If I see something nice, I will get out of my way to say, congratulations, bro. This is very nice. Keep working.
Right.
I saw a guy that lost a fight. I'm gonna say, bro, just keep working. We just had a guy that lost another fight that I know he's gonna be in the UFC very soon. He's a great fighter, great guy, but he ended up losing last Friday. And then I was just like, man, I was waiting for the fight, but the fight was so late that I went to sleep. I wake up in the morning, he lost, and I'm like, shit, bro. Talk to the coach, and then it took 1-2 days to text him. When he posted, it was one of those days that I was going crazy. When I saw he posted, no, let me just stop that guy and show him some love. Hey, brother, still gonna make it. Just keep doing everything you're doing. Little pause, but just go back to work. I make sure I do that, but not the other way around.
Right.
I will not stop everything that I'm doing. Oh, look at this
To deal
guy.
with that.
Hey,
It's a positive.
That's a great point to make. And, you know, all the kids that watch you and are fans of you, hopefully they take that. And when somebody's saying something stupid, there's something wrong with them. You know, don't go tit for tat and waste half the day arguing.
I don't answer. If I answer fighters, like Connors. He says something, I say, oh, I know you're not going to fight, but let's train. I would love to train you. I know you're not going to. But like as a professional fighter, talk to a professional fighter, we can clown each other. We can talk. It's us, you know. It's in the industry. But those trolls outside, like being just like, man, this guy, like, what's wrong with this guy? But I mean, it is what it is. A lot of sick people in the world. I don't want to be a part of that. If I can help you, I will. But so depression, how crazy is depression today? We never had those crazy numbers.
Social media.
And that's one thing that I do. Like sometimes I'm being honest right now. Sometimes I don't want to take a picture. Sometimes I don't want to stop. And then sometimes I'm not on a good day. Crazy day, busy day. This guy come and ask me to take a picture. I'm gonna get out of my way and I will. Just because he might be the guy. Two things that I go across my mind. He might be the guy that's a real Gilbert Burns fan. And I might make this guy day just taking a picture. If I say no, this guy, man, I was the biggest fan. This guy, I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to destroy your day if you are a real fan. And maybe this guy look at me as a different guy, and he's very depressed or going through a lot. And sometimes maybe I believe in God. He might put the guy on my way on that time so I can say little something that might give that guy
change his world.
That change his day, maybe change his perspective. That I don't know. Sometimes he was going through very low moment. That I give him a little time. Hey, brother, how you doing? What's your name? And they say, oh, he asked my name. He said, yeah, what's your name? How you doing? Is everything good? Hey, just keep working. The way you look at me right now, I got hard days like you're doing too, and those guys look at me like, oh, thank you so much. I had no idea. And I'm like...
And you never know. Say you would have walked away from him. Maybe they would have went home and done, who knows what. You never know.
That's why sometimes if I can't plant good seeds, I will. But bad, there's a lot of bad right there. Why I don't want to plant that bad seed. So if I can't plant good seeds and give you a little bit, maybe 10 seconds... It doesn't take you 10 seconds to stop. How you doing, bro? You good? You good? Make sure you don't do nothing crazy today, bro. Wait, keep working. Keep working. Sun's awesome. Gonna rise.
That goes a long way.
For sure, but it's so much bad already. Wars and these and that. I would not try to plan nothing bad no more. There's a lot of bad there already.
No, all you got to do is just turn on the TV, read a newspaper, go online. It's something new. Every week there's another.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm so tired of all the madness.
Yeah,
When you're fighting these guys, I see, you know, any UFC fighter at the end, you know, you guys have a mutual respect for each other, and a lot of the times, you know, shake hands, talk a little bit, do that. Is it easier for you to fight somebody who you dislike? Meaning, if you go and you have a mutual respect for a fighter, you know the guy, and you got to fight him now, or somebody, man, this guy's just an asshole, I hate this guy. Is that easier to fight that guy that you just have a dislike toward?
To be honest, for me, it's harder when I don't like the guy.
Harder.
It's harder because
you want to crush him, right?
yeah,
And
and I cannot fight like
you
that.
can't fight like that. You have to fight patient.
If I fight
Uh,
relax, if I fight smart, that's when I fight my best. I'm gonna really finish the guy. It's my chance to finish the guy is better. But if I don't like the guy, or if I have any good or bad emotion with the guy, I might messed up on the way, you know, maybe get too anxious, maybe show it too much, and maybe I don't like to go to any emotion towards a fighter, you know. So I'd rather, if I have nothing against the guy, he didn't say nothing, he's be respectful, I know I have no feelings, so it's gonna be cool.
You
But-
want to go in emotionless. So it's just skill versus skill, right?
So then I'll fight my best.
Right.
But if the guys keep talking and I have a little thing, and then I might messed up. I might don't take the best decision. I might take a momentum. Like I'm trying to kill this guy.
Because maybe you see an opening that you think it is an opening that you normally wouldn't take, and then you do it, and in that millisecond.
Yeah, that's what happened twice. It happens.
Scroll through here.
It happens when I fought Kamaru Usman, that guy that we trained many times. We have a mutual respect, and we never been close friends,
But not cutthroat.
But we been every day same train. I train with him, he trained with me. I train with him, he trained with me. So we knew each other. We respected each other a lot, and that was hard for me during the fight. Like, man, when I hit him, I said, yes, done, I'm a champion, I'm going to beat this guy. And then he kind of overreacted and then went crazy, lost the momentum, ended up losing the fight. He finished me TKO. In the Hamza fight, he was talking so much, being disrespectful, talking. Couple times in the fight, I just look at my face and I got emotional. I saw, you remember Hulk, like the movie Hulk, when he gets angry, that's
and
me.
it explodes.
That's
Yeah.
me.
So you
I
showed.
explode when they get angry.
You showed.
And I messed up with, if I relax at that moment, I could do this, and that. Why didn't do it?
Did you get to talk when you got home on that one?
Wait, what?
Did you get to talk when you got home? Did the wife give you the talk?
She comes to the fights. She's at the fights.
That's awesome.
She knows, yeah, she knows. But if I can pick, he's being respectful, I've been respectful. We're gonna beat each other inside, and it's better for me. But if it gets a little bit personal, or if I like the guy, I got it. Then I work hard. I gotta work harder on my ego, on mentally, like on emotionally. So I kind of control that better, because that's what kind of affected me a little bit.
Yeah. I think that would be with anybody. Scroll through some of these. If there's any of these you want us to play, let us know.
Oh, that was the one on the middle there. It was the one that the guy talked yesterday.
Oh, that was.
I don't know where the guy's at. He's in Portuguese, but the guy said something. Oh, he lost to both of them.
Here you're saying.
And I didn't say nothing bad. I just said, hey, breakdown's coming to soon. Da, da, da. A lot of guys like it.
What are your thoughts on this fight?
That's gonna be a good fight. Like, I think though the things that I think I'm more intrigued is Hamza is fighting a guy as tall as him, as good as him, but way more experienced than him, right? Kamaru fought many champions, fought many times. Two factors that kind of interest me the most is Kamaru haven't done 3 rounds fight in a while. He's just doing championship rounds, so all 5 rounds. And now 3 rounds. The guy has a great cardio. The guy is an athlete.
Yeah.
So 3 rounds should be a lot easier than 5 rounds. But another question too is, now it's 185, so those two guys are naturally big for 170. so they don't have to cut a lot of weight. So they're gonna have I think they're gonna have more energy at 185. They're gonna perform better. The only thing is, Hamza should be in a better shape because he was getting ready to fight Paulo Costa. But like we were saying before, it changes everything. When it changes the opponent, it changes everything.
Right.
But now he's fighting another wrestler that, let's say he's going to be easy to take this guy down. Okay, now
he's switched. Now it's completely opposite.
Changes.
Right? Yeah.
He was fighting a boxer. Now he's fighting a guy that's kind of kickboxing.
Totally different. Yeah.
He kind of changes so much that we got to see who's going to adapt better. But I lost to both of these guys. But Kamaru, I was able to hurt him on the very early, and I was winning that first round that no one was beating him back then. Like I said, I got a little emotional, but he adapted. I made a couple mistakes, but he was able to get hurt.
Experience.
And adapt.
Right.
Experience.
So, and he can get hurt. He got hurt many times, comes back. So, Hamza, when he got hurt at my fight, he was desperate. Like, he was, for sure he got better.
Mm-hmm.
He's still winning that fight. Super close fight. But he got better. That guy's still young. So, it's a fight that I still got to pick a side to make a prediction because on the breakdown, I want to make a prediction. But it's too much 50-50, you know? Too much like, okay, Kamaru has more experience, okay, but this guy's younger. Kamaru has more fights, but this guy's hungry. He's the new guy. Whatever I can say. Kamaru, I think, has the better gas tank, but Hamza has the most speed, right?
Yeah. So if he can withstand the first round or two, then the experience.
I think they're gonna strike in the fight.
So if I have to call my bookie now to make my bet, who am I putting my money on here, huh? Who am I leaning toward? Gilbert, who am I leaning toward? You don't know.
That's a close fight.
Usually I would go with experience, but
for money,
I don't know, man.
You should put money in Kamaru because he's the underdog, if I'm not wrong. For a batting aspect, you should put a lot of money in Kamaru winning by decision. Yeah, that's the money line, right? But it's a close fight. It's closer than people think.
Who can adapt, right?
Who can that's
and who's
the thing.
more hungry?
Every time we do short notice, and I think I did 4 short notice, at least. Yeah, 4 short notice in the UFC and all high level guys. My short notice was Tyron Woodley. Short notice Gunnar Nelson, a Russian dude that was 20-0, and Bilal Muhammad. 3-1 on my short notice. 3 wins, 1 loss on my short notice.
It says Usman's the favorite.
No way.
Oh, yeah, no, not the favorite. I had it wrong on the paper.
No, he's the underdog. Yeah.
He's underdog.
But I don't know. It's a crazy fight. Like I said, experience Kamaru. Hungry, I'll set Hamza. And then we go gas tank, I go Kamaru.
So
we go speed, I go Hamza. Wrestling, I think is tight. I think they should get crazy tired if they wrestle. That's why I don't think they're gonna wrestle. Grappling, I think it'll give a little bit edge for Hamza if they do grapple. But you got to get on top to grapple. It's going to be hard.
And he's going to come out like a maniac, hungry, trying to take care of it in the first round or two, right? I mean, you would think.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's what I think.
Right? He might be the bigger guy, right? Because he's been working together at 185. He was fighting Costa, fighting at home. I don't know, bro. That's a crazy fight. It's gonna be a good breakdown because I have the full notes that I'm gonna do. Those are one of the questions that I have to
scroll down a little bit.
That I have to answer myself that I don't even know
that you haven't even gotten to yet.
How I'm gonna answer. So,
no, that's the ice.
Fighting siren techniques and the physical attributes, fighting strategy, the performance that they had, the fight camps and training, the mental psychologist factors, and I still got to give a prediction, so I don't know.
You don't know yet. So the ice bath, we talked before we got on here. You're doing how long? You said 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Fuck. Jeez.
I was already in. That was easy, but
And 38?
I think it was
36,
39.
yeah.
Yeah, 39.
Every
He's
day?
outside. He's not getting 38 no more.
Oh, yeah, the humidity.
Staying 39.
How many days a week you try to do
I'm
the
doing
cold?
it at least 6 days a week.
6 days.
6 days. Sunday, I give
Take a
myself a little day off.
Sauna 6 days too?
Sauna at least 3 days.
Yeah.
At least. I should do more. I think sauna is as important. Like I said, sauna now take the whole inflammation of the body.
I love the sauna.
Yeah.
And you said it doesn't matter. You can go right from sauna into cold plunge into sauna.
When if you have a hard time going to the cold, go in the sauna first. It's gonna be a little easier because your body kind of pores it open. Body sweating is a little easier to go in the cold. But if you're getting bad on the cold, I would do cold first, and then we'll warm up your body in the sauna.
Sauna. If you think about like what we're doing to our bodies with that, going from freezing to hot as can be,
great for the
yeah,
body.
so good for the heart. It clears everything.
It's not just for the heart, for the hormones, for the body, and
the brain,
for the inflammation, for the brain, the release of the hormones, the dopamine, and
dopamine.
Crazy. You get. I'm telling you, sometimes I get beat up. I'm like, man, I'm so tired today. Last 2 camps, the Masvidal fight, I had a striking guy coming to spar with me that was very tough. And like when we doing sparring, when you're getting ready for a fight, you stay in the middle. You stay inside the octagon. We have fresh guys coming in.
You get a fresh guy left to right.
Fresh guys every round. So that day I was doing 5 rounds. I was tired because I wrestled very hard on Wednesday. I did a little strength conditioning. Got in the sauna, got on the cold plunge. Went to bed, but didn't sleep as I want to. Kind of fell a little bit. Didn't sleep. Woke up many times. Got in the morning. Woke up like, man, I'm gonna sport today. I'm not feeling like.
What?
I got on the ice, and that was better than triple like
sauna, triple anything. Yeah,
that was
the ice is what kicks that dopamine.
The energy,
right?
That I was feeling was just like, wow, I can't spar anyone. Man. I'm feeling great right now. But before, if I didn't do it, I might have a bad day at this point. But just the ice, I'm telling you, better than any espresso. The energy,
Monster drink, anything, yeah, because that's what shoots the dopamine. But you correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to find out like how long you need, how long I would need, and what temperature.
Everybody's
and once you figure that out,
right,
the whole body's different. Everybody's
that
different.
Dopamine it shoots out, and that's
the way it shoots, it goes crazy.
How much sparring are you doing? Like, what's your thoughts on? Like, is it too much sparring? Is there not too much sparring? Sparring versus no sparring leading up to a fight? What do you think on that?
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Breaking news, Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right, they are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shave your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to Manscaped.com and using code MSCS Media for 20% off and free shipping. No one likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to all the stubble trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a monster of fixing faces. First off, this cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. No more messing around in drawers, this color one, that color one, all with one guard. Plus, it's waterproof, so you can shave in the shower and avoid all that hair in the sink. The Pro Kit doesn't end there, though. First, there's the beard shampoo and conditioner. You need to remember your hair is different. Next, Manscaped's beard oil. Cap it off with beard balm. The Pro Kit also comes with 3 different gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code MSCS Media at Manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at Manscaped.com. Use the code MSCS Media.
I don't think you should spar a lot if you don't have a fight. Or if you're coming up, if you're getting if you want to get to the UFC, then you gotta spar. You need those hours.
Right.
You know, you need to get better. But whenever you in the UFC, whenever you test a couple times, I still sport. I'm not Sean Strickland. I'm not that crazy, but I still like to spar, and that's when it really tests me. It's really like he's not even getting heat, but he's getting tired. That's the fighting thing. But because my last fight was in May, and then I have a spar. Now I'm sparring, coming back, just getting in shape. And it's still not sparring like 100% ready. But when I'm having a fight, I like to spar. I like to spar at least 2 times a week. I remember the Hamza fight. I spar 3 times a week.
Well, how many guys have we seen, a week before a fight, boom, they sparred and went too hard, and it's just...
That happens. That happened with me 2 times. Thank God it was not in the face. It was in the head.
Oh.
I went to fight Wonder Boy with a cut right here. Friday night, I took the stitches off. That's right.
Oh, holy shit.
Friday night.
Wow.
I took the stitches off. I fought Herbert Mercier in Canada. And that was a freak accident that I was sparring one of my guys. I was taking him down many times. At the end of the round, they say, 15 seconds. I bump him with the good combo. I throw, I think, a good right hand. He kind of turned him a little bit. I was shooting, and as he was turning, he didn't try to come back. He just he didn't spin elbow, but he just turned, and the elbow, when he turned, I was shooting. Oh. He cut me here. Yeah. I got staples. I didn't.
You got the staples in, not the stitches. I put the staples
instead of the stitches. And bro, I gotta keep putting my hair. Oh yeah,
they're way better.
Way better.
Yeah, I had a bad one here.
I was with the hat and everything, and same thing. Friday night, I had a guy coming, and we took the staples out, and then I closed it, and everything was good. Make sure whenever I was taking the pictures, I was making sure the hair was there. Yeah, I got used to. So, but yeah, 2 fights. Thank God it was not in the face, but. Yeah, that happened with Oliveira when was that? Last Friday? I don't know. That when he got
last
a
Friday.
big cut. But I saw it happen with Frank Edgar. I saw it happen with many.
A lot of times.
Before,
Scroll down a little bit, Rob. Yep. Play another good one. Or play a good one.
That was the touchdown that I was thinking. That one day got flagged, but that was the touchdown.
That's the one?
Yeah. Over.
Okay. Oh, nice cut. There he is.
That was cool.
That's awesome.
Mom was with his mom was everybody was. So that was another thing too. That was cool event that I did on the left. I went Steak.com was one of my sponsors. They took him all the way to Liverpool. To meet those guys. Those are the players from Everton. He's one of the teams there. So we went there. We did the whole training. Those guys, he pads a little bit. I kicked the ball, played with the guys. It was a very cool thing that Steak in UFC did. It was nice. And the guy looks like Edson Barboza a lot.
When you compare Brazil, MMA in Brazil to USA,
okay,
totally different. Or the come up, or the way it's taught, appreciated more.
Yeah, they more fanatic with MMA, a lot more. We don't have a lot. He's so many sports right here.
Right. Well, I know one thing about Brazil. When soccer, football, that's it.
Soccer is different level.
No matter what I paid him, he'd say, my friend Max, he would say, no, that's World Cup. Nah, I won't see it for a month. What do you mean? What do you mean?
You don't want money?
There's a radio. There's radio. You can't. No, I'm not leaving. I can't leave. What do you mean?
Yeah,
you're not going to come for a month?
But here it's different because here we have American football. Then we have basketball. There's soccer in Brazil and fighting. That's it.
That's it, right?
So it's easy, right? For sure, American football is getting in Brazil. We get a couple NFL players coming from Brazil. We got a little league going there right now. We have basketball, not as big. We have volleyball, not as big. We have like the main one, soccer.
Soccer.
It's over.
And then
over there.
Couple steps, MMA.
Yeah.
And
And at the end, I saw my buddy Swade and his family. They started a little bit of baseball,
Yeah, baseball.
a little bit.
I never play. I gotta.
Fuck that. It's too
even
boring
my
for
kids
me.
don't want to play.
No, it's
Yeah.
boring.
So you guys gotta play. Baseball just to learn.
Yeah.
Because I
hard.
want them, the way I see you, I want them to be very athletic.
Yeah.
So learn a little bit of the baseball, maybe the good eyes, coordination, maybe the fall. I don't know.
Definitely teach you patience.
He's gonna give you something,
Yeah.
Every sport gives you something.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I think they're gonna be a football place because that's what they most talk. But they did soccer a little bit. They doing everything,
Good.
fighting.
Yeah.
Make sure they do a little bit a season, not everything. But baseball, they don't want nothing to do with baseball.
Nah,
I respect it. It's just, I don't know. It's just
I
a very
see.
slow game.
And it's expensive too. I say you gotta
Yeah.
buy.
Now, baseball, I think they should
Travel.
bring the steroids back. Then it's fun to
Baseball?
watch. Then it's
Yeah.
fun to watch. Yeah. Then it's fun to watch.
Now, you out of all your time in the UFC and seeing all the fighters that have come before you and the ones that are coming up now, who's your, like I always say, like the Mount Rushmore? I think I asked Colby Covington this question too. Your Mount Rushmore fighters. Who's your four? Either you think the best? I know it's a hard question. Best or your favorite? I guess that's a two different questions. Best and favorite, but
I like a lot of fighters. I used to go crazy with Cain Velasquez. I like Cain Velasquez a lot. But I like a lot of Brazilians. You got crazy seeing those Brazilians, especially kind of with the same background, coming from a hard neighborhood, not
right.
a lot of money, and they making, like Mauricio Shogun is a guy that I really like it a lot. His whole story. Fabricio Verdun is the guy that accomplished what I want to accomplish. He was a World Jiu-Jitsu Champion, ADCC Champion, so World Jiu-Jitsu gis with the gi. ADCC is the biggest one, no gi, any UFC champion.
And can you explain what the difference is so people watching they understand?
The gi, the judo, right?
Yeah.
When they do judo, they have a gi. That's the jiu-jitsu with the gi. He's a world champion on that. He's a no gi, the one that just kind of looks like wrestling, but they keep going on the floor. That's the ADCC. He's a world champion on that shit. And he's a world champion on the ADCC too. He's still one of the heroes. Like, he accomplished every single one on my eyes. Jacare Souza almost did that because he was Jiu-Jitsu world champion, ADCC world champion, and he was supposed to fight for the title, but Bisping said no. I want my rematch with Dan Henderson, and then he didn't give it to him. But it is what I still like both guys a lot, Bisping and Jacare. But I like the story, I like the fighter for sure. But I like the story.
how they got to where they're at, right?
When I saw Michael Bisping documentary, I was just like, wow, that is a great story, and I seen the behind. But I like Vitor Belfort, Jacare, Verdun, Cain Velasquez, Anderson Silva, like those guys, like, and another thing too. But I like all the fighters too. I like Justin Gaethje a lot. I like a couple things I like the story, but I like too when those guys bring us a moment in the fight, because as a fan and as a fighter, every time that I go to a fight, for sure I know the story, then I want that guy to win because of his background story, but I still want to feel the moment. I want to feel
And
like
have a memory to take with you every time.
that
right?
moment that you're like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I want to, when I'm a fighter, I want to make sure they have that. For sure, not every time I can deliver that. I wish I was every single time, but I did that, and then every time that I did that, when I see a fan that was there, they say, hey, your fight, this and that, I was there. And I said, oh. Okay.
You remember that, huh?
Remember the
Man,
moment.
yeah.
No, that
yeah.
fight was crazy. I say, okay, you got it. So me as a fan, I want to feel that, and I can say Justin Gaethje gave me that couple times. I thought it was one time he gave me that couple times. Who else? A couple fighters. Verdun gave me that couple times. Belfort gave me that. I was on his corner when he knocked out Rockhold and Bisping in Brazil in the whole arena, and Dan Henderson, the whole arena got crazy in Brazil. Yeah, so I like those moments. So I get it. When Jacare gave me that in jiu-jitsu and in MMA fights, I was just like, yeah, I like those.
And do you like? I always compare. Think about wrestling. Growing up, I loved wrestling. Right, Hulk Hogan. Right, and Hulk Hogan goes from the good guy. He's the good guy. He turns and he goes bad. He's the bad guy. Right.
Yeah.
Do you like when the crowd's chanting your name or you're coming out, everybody, kids are cheering for you? Do you like that, or do you like the ones that are boo? Like, what would you rather? Would you rather be the good guy or the bad guy?
I like to steal the crowd. Like, I used to like when they got me in Brazil, but I fought in Brazil many times that I kind of got used to it. The crowd going in my favor, and then here in America start getting that to Vegas. They were getting me. Miami and Jacksonville, they were against me because it was Masvidal in Miami and then Hamza out there.
Yeah.
But then after the fight, I stole it. And then when I steal the crowd, I love that. When I steal the crowd, I was just
when it sways, right?
that's
When it moves.
when they boo you at the beginning and at the end they applaud you. Like that's the best feeling. I used to like, I like when they on my side. No, I like when they booing me in the beginning, but they applauded me because they gave the moment at the end. That's my favorite crowd.
And you were able to show the work that you had put in. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And then what was that Masvidal fight, that last one? That was his last fight. That was it, right?
Yeah,
he retired. What was that like, that fight?
That was weird because I didn't know that he was going to retire. I thought he was not going to because I see now that the guy's getting those big paychecks. He's gonna ring around, hang out a little bit more, and I see, man, this guy's gonna still around. But whenever he said that he was gone, I was just like, wow. It took him a little time to even like, wow, okay, this guy's done. Like, and now he's doing a great job now with the Gilbert, bare knuckle MMA. Got a couple of my friends from the gym fighting. Yeah, he's doing. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a great career, right? Like, fought for the title twice, didn't win his way, but became a BMF champion. Crazy fight with Nate Diaz. Guy got famous. Like, famous. So, ended up doing a great living out of fighting, and then still recognized, still like, it's the fighters that brought the moment for so many guys. That moment, I wish I was there when he knocked out Ben Askren. If you in the crowd, that was it.
That would have been like to me. That would have been like a Tyson fight, like that's a knockout.
But that's a priceless moment.
Yeah,
a lot of fans. I went to that fight, and then you went to the UFC fan. Yeah, I went to the fight, and then sometimes I look at the fight. A lot of the boring decisions and this and that. I said, you like it? Yeah. I said, got the moment.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, everyone that was in the audience when Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo, when Masvidal knocked out Ben Askren, all those, like when Justin Gaethje knocked out Dustin Poirier, all those nasty first, second round knockout gives you a moment that we were like,
maybe that's what it is, because we would go to the Tysons. We would all get together for Mike Tyson to go in. You know, it's only going to be 20 seconds, but that moment though,
it's worth
it. Worth everything.
Oh, was only one round. Yes, but the moment,
the build up, and then he comes out and he's ducking, and you just know he's gonna.
It gives me goosebumps when I think about the moment. Because
he would just go in and duck, and it didn't matter.
I just watched. So one of the guys, he lives locally here. His name is Asa Tenpao.
Yes.
He has a Muay Thai gym over here off of
Florida
Kickboxing Academy.
Yeah.
So he just fought last week or the weekend before on one, and he knocked the guy out. He hit him with a kick. Oh, my God. The guy his legs went down in one arm. I'm like, well, not because we know him, but I'm like, that's awesome. And then the fight after, the guy he hit him with an elbow, right? He hit him right here. As the instant the elbow hit, you saw the skin just split and blood just started coming out. And the guy tore his bicep at the same time because he was like wrapped up. So, but it was just like, wow, that knockout was incredible.
If you got that reaction because you know the guy watching at home, I think if you were dead,
right.
Those are the moments that I said people like. It's just like a football fan when you see those pick six, your team is losing, and you see a crazy pick six that you're like, oh, he's gonna make it, and he makes it. That feeling, that is the same feeling that I'm talking about.
Or like when Tom Brady, when he went to Tampa, right?
Yes.
He leaves the end. He loses, wins the Super Bowl, right? First year there, or
Ask
whatever.
him the GOAT. Ask him who the GOAT is.
But how crazy! Those are the moments that, like, even as crazy it sounds, when I'm getting ready to a fight, I'm like, if I can give that, I'm gonna work hard to give those guys that moment. Like I said, it doesn't happen. You gotta, I don't know if it's a special day. I don't know what it is.
No, I get it, because like Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Brady, you know, when he left, even though you knew he's 42,
Yeah.
Brady's got the ball with a minute left. The whole world's watching. Everybody's watching. Even if you hate him, everybody's watching.
Everybody's hoping for yeah.
Either hoping he messes up or whatever. And if he does hit, you know, everybody's like, what? I know you don't like Tom Brady.
I remember I was in Phoenix. I think I had the same. It was the main event. But I was there to support Michael Chandler. And then I was with my kid, Joshua, the little one. And we were there, just me and Joshua were having fun. We had a little appearance. We playing around. We did a lot of things. And then we went to the fights. And then I was hoping for him to get a moment. It crazy sound. He's a kid. He was 8 back then, I think. But he knows the fighters. He knows all the fighters. He collect the cards. He knows everybody. Took a picture of everybody. And I was just like, man, I hope he get a moment. But I hope it's not that crazy too, you know.
Right.
Like, yeah, but I hope. And then we were there, and Michael Chandler was fighting Tony Ferguson. And then let's go, Michael. And we were nervous. Tony hit him a little bit hard in the beginning. Then Michael took him down. And then we were, man, shit. Like, I was nervous. And then Michael go out of nowhere and front kick him on the chin. And then Tony's out. And then on the beginning, I'm on the moment. I was going crazy. Joshua playing, we all celebrating, going crazy. And they're having a moment that the whole arena is crazy. Michael backflip. Crazy. And then we look at it again. Tony Ferguson was still out.
Still laying there.
And I'm like, wow, that was bad. And then it kind of like took maybe 45 more seconds, and then he got back up. And then,
and having your 2 boys, right? I got 2 boys myself. One's sitting right over there. But what's like, they see dad fight, right? They've known dad fight. Do they get nervous? Are they like, oh no, my dad's gonna go kick that guy's ass? Like, what's the kids' mentality like, seeing their dad, you know, in the ring, in the octagon? That you know, that they talk to you about it?
I let them know that I will try my best.
Right.
That I will give everything I can, but it might not go my way. And they saw it at the gym. They saw me getting beat up on the gym a couple times trying. And they ask, Dad, they say, oh, that wasn't a good day, but he's practicing, don't worry. And but they know. They saw me losing a couple times. They know. Right. And that's how I teach them. Like, whenever they lose in practice and they so mad, I say, hey, I know what you're feeling. Don't blame. Oh, one of the times my kids lost, and then he was big mouth the whole team. Oh, these guys say, hey, relax, boy.
Right.
That's on you too. Like, we all lost. Remember when I lost, I got mad, but it's my fault. It's not. Let me not say fault, but it's my responsibility. I lost. I want to compete. It didn't went my way. We're gonna get better. We're gonna find out the problem. Right? So let's find out the problem. So what was the problem? Was this? Okay, let's earn. Let's take a responsibility and ownership that problem, and let's go to the next one. So they know when I go to a fight, I think they nervous. They freak out. I remember when I was walking, to the Masvidal fight, they hugged me. I was I didn't see it. I was walking. Then I kind of hear the voice and I look, and I was in the moment. I was walking, And when I looked, they hugged me. And they didn't want to let me go. Let me go. And then I kept going. I guess they got very nervous. I never look. I don't have a video. I know my wife, she knows the strategy. She knows the coach. She's fighting with me. She's screaming. They screaming. Right. But it got to a point that they know it can go both ways. You know, they want me to win. They hope for me to win. But they know anything is a fight. Anything can happen. So I think they didn't know on the beginning when I was coming up and I was fighting Damian Maia. They were all nervous at home because the fight was in Brazil. When I fought Tyron Woodley, too, was in the COVID. My kids was jumping. I think he's going to beat Tyron Woodley. They were all nervous, but now they kind of 9 and 10. Now they know they've been to a lot of events. Right. They know. I think for sure they're hoping for the best, but they know anything can happen.
And then besides Dad, besides you, who's their favorite fighters? Do they have any guys that they really like?
They like it. They like Max Holloway. Both guys unanimous decision. Max Holloway. They like they fight because they like both a lot. They say not me. Who you guys got? They say Max Holloway.
Not Dad.
Second one. Who is the second one? They say second one is tight, and they say why you tight? Because it's tight. Who's in the second one? They say ADCC important. I say but why both? Because we like both. And I said I don't want to put Porta in front of ADCC because they're disrespecting. Then I don't want to put the other way around. So it's both on tight. They both, and then they like Volkanovski and they like Michael Chandler a lot, and Holloway. Who's the other one? And they like Derek Lewis.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
of course. Yeah. But they took a picture of everybody. They have a picture of every single one of them. They have the card signed it. They love it. They know all the fighters.
And then one more. What's your thoughts on? I kind of like him too. Bo Nickel. What do you think about him?
I like it. I think he crazy talent. Like that for a little. I don't know him. I saw him a couple of times, but I don't know him. But to get to that high level wrestling, I think it's very easy to put a little bit of jiu-jitsu, the way I think is when you get a solid high level fundamental, it's very easy to put a little another fundamental and another fundamental, because it takes a lot of hard, like those cliche hard work, discipline. It takes a lot of that to achieve what he achieved in the wrestling. And now to just, now we're gonna the same wrestling, those same things we're gonna do with the boxing. Now we're gonna jab, we're gonna start walking. That's the walk. That okay, got it. And he's gonna wrap. Okay, with the jiu-jitsu, the same thing. Heads here, position here. That's the fundamentals. Hips here, head this way, grips here. Got it. Let's go wrap. And then I think it's very easy. So, and the guy can talk. He's like got a crazy following. I think he's gonna be a big star. That's what I think, and for sure he can become a champion, 100%. He's up to him right now. He's still young. I think super young, 20s, right?
Yeah, so, I don't think he's 30s, right?
No, 20s.
Yeah.
Copa, top 5. So now, when you take like a leg kick, a heavy one, do you see it coming and you know? Because in sparring, everything, you're practicing getting hit like this, right? The impact isn't as much as it looks, or the impact is?
It hurts, yeah.
Because I don't know how like some of you guys don't go down with a leg kick like that. Like in normal life, right? In normal life, somebody kicks you in the head like that, you're going down.
It's over. It's over, yeah.
How do you learn to absorb that?
Thankfully or not.
Thankfully or not.
I have a kickboxing coach, a high level, Henry Hoof. He's a great kickboxer. So my first, a lot of sparring for me, I was a grappler, jiu-jitsu guy. I could wrestle, but I was nothing on striking. So I started boxing with Vitor Belfort, got here to Florida. And then they make as a sport. No MMA sparring, kickboxing sparring. So you get used
Just
to it.
straight
Yeah,
kickboxing.
no takedowns. No takedowns. Get ready. Start learning. And then I had two guys
Good way to learn, though.
that used to kick the crap out of me bad. One guy still a friend of mine, Cosmo Alexandre. He's a multiple times Muay Thai champion, live in Thailand for years. He's still a beast. He was at the gym yesterday. He was the one holding pads for Kamaru yesterday. A beast. That guy used to beat the crap out of us. And two other guys, Robin Van Roosmalen, he's a K1 champion, but he was coming. He was beating the crap out of my legs, like every day.
That what the fuck hurts.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, my legs were done.
I can't know how you guys do that.
Done. And I remember when I started training with those guys, that my leg was getting used to with that. You know?
Get stronger and stronger, right?
I get leg kick in the fights. I'm telling you, I think Masvidal may give me 4 leg kicks, no problem.
Nothing.
Not because I'm the guy. I don't feel
No.
he doesn't kick hard. No, he kicks hard.
It's practice.
I'm not the guy. But Robin Van Roosmalen, Sean Soriano, and Cosmo Alexandre, they did something on my leg that my body like, okay, we can get these. You know, it just kind of fit.
Repetition and then
Your body
building.
get used.
It adapts.
Like
Yeah.
I said, I don't want to. I'm not fighting in the street. Like,
Period.
I'm running from that. If I have to, if it's no one with the phone, got into a situation that the guy really wants to try. If I really don't want to fight, I'm gonna eye poke the guy. That's what I'm doing.
Just
If
get it
I
over
really
with
want
quick.
eye
Yeah.
poke.
Yeah. Go home.
Let's go to the court. I would say, Judge, I could do
A lot more.
100 times worse.
Could've killed him.
I poke him,
And it
we
was done. Yeah.
But if the guy really getting to a nerve that I gotta do something, I'm gonna leg kick the guy so hard,
And then it's over.
so hard.
I don't know how you take those leg kicks.
I hope he doesn't break his leg because I'm gonna.
Those guys
super
got
hard.
his legs so
Well,
strong.
yeah,
that
but
head.
when you're watching the fight
Yeah.
and you can hear it
No,
through your
that's what I
TV
mean.
screen, you're hearing. I'm like, oh my god, and he's still standing.
calf
Like,
kicks.
Still standing.
You saw the new
And swinging
Magny?
back like properly.
The new Magny has so many fights against tougher guys. Ian Gary gave him a couple calf kicks that, oh my god.
You look like you have a headache just thinking about it.
I was cornering him. I was in the corner, and I was looking. That one hurts. And the accumulation hurts. Like if you get, let's say 4 or 5 kicks, it's gonna hurt. But if you get calf kick, it's on the same place. 3, 4, 5 in the first round, then 5 more in the second round. Then, bro, you're not gonna walk.
Yeah, that's the end.
Then 5th round, I think he got maybe, I don't know, maybe 7 more. So then you're not gonna walk. So you gotta switch. First thing you gotta block that kick.
Tape. Watch the
You
tape
gotta-
so you
gotta
can get out of
block
that
kick.
situation.
You know the guy kick.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, it's just like every other sport. If you know the guy kick, get a kicker, get a guy that on your gene, or if you don't have this guy, text a guy, find a guy that kicks just like him, get to the training, make sure the guy kicks you, drill with the coach, how you going to defend, how you going to react, how you going to stop him kicking. Do that many times. Do that for a whole 2-3 months. Maybe, you don't have fight coming up. Do it for the whole year.
Because it's coming.
Get better. Then when you go to a fight, you know what to do. But it's easier said than done because a couple guys gonna kick and they very good. And like Edson Barbosa this week, guarantee he gonna body kick that guy.
To death, right?
Yes.
So what's next for you? What's the next fight you're looking forward to? What's coming up for you?
Now it's get healthy, get my shoulder going.
Get 100%.
Like I said, it's almost there. I still cannot post overhead. I still need to get strong so I can make sure I can uppercuts with the left. It's still not comfortable to throw. Right now, it's get healthy. It's still spend time with the family, get in shape slowly. Looking to fight only next year. There's no way I'll be able to fight this year. So we're looking for February, March. And the good thing is the whole division is going to move. You know, it's got to move. Because I fought 3 times. Leon fought once. He beat Kamaru beginning of the year. Kobe hasn't fought. Kamaru's going to fight now. Then we got Bilal waiting. Then we got the whole division. It's going to be good now that everyone is fighting till like December. Then I'm going to see who I'm fighting next. But
yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces right now.
yes, it's good.
Yeah,
Finally,
so it's kind of yeah,
finally.
they're all moving.
Like, a month and a half ago was frustrating because nothing was happening. At least now a lot of things are happening. We got a lot of big fights. Vicente Luque fighting Ian Gary. We got Leon Edwards, Kobe. We got Kamaru fighting now. We got Sean Brady, Kelvin Gastelum, Shavkat, Wonder Boy. So at least they doing something. Now I'm kind of like, to be honest, I want a big fight. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to fight no one. Oh, this guy stopped 8. This guy stopped. No, I want a challenge, a hard fight, a guy that no one wants to fight. But then I want to change. I want to, you know, when they gotta, how you say, when they have something for you, they give a catch. I want to catch. I'll take that fight, but I want to catch. Give me the hardest guy. Give me the guy that no one wants to fight.
You want the bag. The
But
bag
if
of
I
money.
win,
Yeah.
if I win, I'm fighting for the.
So who would it be? Who would
Fight
you
for the
want?
title.
If you had to say, I know you're still injured and waiting on that. Who would you want if you had your?
And think by the time he's
Right.
fully healthy, he'll be 100%.
Right.
All these guys will have their fights in.
Those guys fought, yeah,
Yeah.
so they be fighting.
If you had to say,
So
in February, March, April, whatever we're looking at here, what do you
if
think?
I could
Who
pick,
you want?
I won't let Kobe fight for years, bro. That's the fight that I really want. But
Colby.
I don't think he's gonna beat Leon. I do not think. People think, oh, you're crazy. I don't think. I think Leon is that good. I think Leon beat Kobe and still the champion. So I don't know if he really wants to fight right back. And
Right after that.
but I would love to.
But
do
if
that.
Colby won,
Colby?
If I can pick,
Yeah,
I'll
Colby.
pick Kobe, yeah, all day.
we had them both in now. We
Yeah.
can bring your bias both in, you guys. That's,
I'll pick Kobe all day
Yeah,
if I can pick. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Well, you might get it.
Yeah.
And you'll be
We'll
100%.
see. We'll
Hey.
see. But that's the goal right now. Get healthy. Get back.
Yeah,
in
get yourself right
training,
100%.
Slowly back. And like right now, I'm giving a lot of attention to the kids. I think end of November we're done with those both season tackle and flag. Then I'm fully training only. Now still PT, 2 sessions a day, 1 session a day. Go with the kids. So yeah, by December I'm fully only training to like end of February, March getting a fight. And I heard they might be coming back to Miami. Still not
That'd
sure.
be good. That was a big
That'd be
event.
nice.
If you're coming back in March, yeah, that's the one that I want.
That would
you
be the
know.
one.
Those tickets were insane. I tried. I looked.
Wow,
Man.
insane.
Yeah.
I know.
It was-
Everybody was asking. Bro,
yeah.
How I do?
they give me 14.
Yeah.
They got Bruno, Pedro, Josh, and they got
Done.
my brother. That's
Empty.
it. Over.
Empty, sorry.
So
Yeah.
they were all the way back.
Yeah.
500,
I
right?
looked. I thought of that. I'm like, nope.
Nosebleed was 500. So they might because of the
That'd be
amount of
good.
money that
It was a good atmosphere too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good event.
That was
right?
a great atmosphere.
You went.
I
that
mean, I watched it on. On
You
TV.
didn't went.
Couldn't there was
You guys
done.
didn't went. That was a crazy one. The
Yeah.
Adesanya fight. Oh my god.
I think they'll bring it back
That
to
was a
Miami 'cause of
moment.
the money.
For sure. They have to.
Yeah.
Sold out. For sure they got Masvidal, but yeah, that was sold out for sure. They're coming back.
Besides Gilbert, Caden, who's your favorite fighter? He likes
Yeah, I
Israel.
like Adesanya.
Israel. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't like Adesanya? I like
I
Adesanya.
don't know, man. I can't.
No.
I don't know.
Nice guy. I didn't
Yeah.
met him. Like we never had a dinner, never talked, but bump him many times. My kids love him, so that's what I like too. When they took care of my kid, my kids came, can
Right.
take a picture. Yeah, for sure. What's your name? How old are you? Wait. And they had a conversation. Say, man, that's
Respectful.
cool.
Yeah,
You
very
know,
cool.
And the
man.
guy can fight, and yeah, that's kind of like that's why I like the guy a lot. I like him. I like Max Holloway. Same thing. Nice guy. He was cutting weight. He wasn't looking good. My kids asked for a picture. I say, bro, sorry. No, bro, your kids.
And that's so cool, especially like at a point like that, because you know the last thing he wants to do is take a fucking picture
sure.
after.
But that's why they like.
Yeah,
that's why we like Max Holloway. That day he stopped. He was very cool.
Yeah. They'll remember that forever.
They will remember that forever. Every time they saw him, hey, remember that day when you fought the guy? You were cutting weight. They always say.
I could go back to a time. How old were we? Young, 12 years old, and I met along with my buddy over here. We met Dan Severn.
Wow.
Right, we're standing in line, and Dan Severn. I mean, he used to watch UFC since we were little. Tank Abbott and all those type of guys, right? And we're standing in line. I was looking over. I'm like, he goes, "Is that Dan Severn?" And he heard us say it, or him say it, and he looked at us like, "Oh my God, it's him." We were on a ride to get on a ride for a ride, and it got off. We're like, "Fuck, he's gone." Like we didn't even get a chance to go see him. And we're walking out. There he was. And I was like, "Do you mind if we get a picture with you as little kids?" "Yeah, come on over here." Like, I'll never forget it to this day.
Yeah,
so
and you remember that from
us 12 or 10 or whatever
like you said, moment.
And that was and that was my point. I think if you're in a bad day, and this guy was very nice.
I get it. It's
little
tough.
Things
it's
change.
tough, but
Oh, you're right down the road, so maybe in December we have an idea of who you're going to be against.
I hope so.
And come over to the Peanuts and let us know.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Thank you for your time, brother.
Thanks,
Got anything else, Rob?
we just didn't ask him who the GOAT in the NFL is. The GOAT, greatest of all time.
Great.
Who do you got?
Quarterback. They
sorry.
can be retired. They can be retired.
It's gonna be Brady.
A lot of pressure on me.
It's gonna be Brady, isn't it?
Sure, it's gonna be
Tom Brady. Yeah.
But I like, you know who I like? I met, and then he was that Barry Robinson.
What is it? Bijan Robinson, the running back.
The running back.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice guy too.
Oh yeah, he's a stocky dude.
Yeah,
yeah.
But he was a running back. But like,
yeah.
I when I met him, we were doing appearance, we were both together, and everybody coming at him, and I said, "Oh, he was that good," and the guy, "You crazy?" And then he showed me a video, and he said, "Yes, let me."
Yeah, he was that good.
I didn't know. Now I know.
Yeah.
Right.
He likes Joe Montana. You remember Joe Montana?
No.
It was a while ago. San Francisco 49ers. I'm Brady. I say Brady.
Jalen Hurts very soon, hopefully.
him and Jalen.
And I like the new one for the 49ers, the Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Guy's doing good.
Yeah, he is.
I like
you got to
him
give
a
it to
lot.
him.
He plays hard.
Mr. Irrelevant.
I like.
Are you a Dolphins fan from being down here?
I'm over here. I'm a Dolphins fan. Yeah, I just had a podcast with Raheem Mostert.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was nice guy. We're going to the, they have the games on Sunday, but Saturday they do the walk-in.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday we're going to the walk-in.
Oh,
so
cool.
They come. Yeah, first time we're going.
Good for you, man.
Cool. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, kids gonna get.
Kids are gonna go wild, man. They're gonna go nuts.
Because Pedro has a game at 12:30 and Joshua at 1. And the walk-in is like 10:30, so we gotta
boom right there. Yeah,
come back, wife to one side, I'm to the other side.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy Saturday. Sunday we're going to the game.
Good for you.
Be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time,
Thanks,
brother.
Gilbert.
I appreciate it, man.
For sure.
Appreciate it. So it's brought to you by Fiji. More than just water.
This is not just rock. It's ancient volcanic rock that filters tropical rain, giving it double the electrolytes and its signature soft, smooth taste. It's not just water, it's Fiji water.
This podcast is brought to you by Monster Energy. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet, Monster Energy. It's the ideal combo of the right ingredients in the right proportion to deliver a big bad buzz that only Monster can. Monster packs a powerful punch, has a smooth, easy drinking flavor. Athletes, musicians, co-eds, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it. You will too. Monster Energy is more than just the green OG. Monster has Monster Ultra, Juice Monster, Monster Hydro, Rehab Monster, Dragon Tea, Monster Max, Muscle Monster, and many more. Buy on Amazon, buy on Walmart, or go to monsterenergy.com and believe me, you'll find a place. Unleash the beast. Monster Energy.